Norwich Sea Unicorns back at home on a Thursday night, thirsty Thursday here at the ballpark. Good evening, everybody. I'm Adam Plager, welcoming you to the Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show presented by SCR Structures and Sheds, coming at you live from the Bell Logistics Beer Garden at the Hole in the Wall Bar. That's right, beer specials on Narragansett here on this thirsty Thursday. Norwich trying to quench their thirst after being shut out for the third time this summer. Yesterday on Camp Day, the Bees winners 1-0. Glad to be with you. A great day for baseball as the Sea Unicorns reignite the Battle of Connecticut. The Bees back in the Rose City. Well, and this is a big matchup for Norwich. These two teams have been jockeying all summer long for the fourth and final playoff spot. You have to find a way to win these contests against this New Britain team. Here's a closer look at the battle against New Britain. 5 games decided by 2 runs or less. Yeah, lots of baseball has been decided by close games. Norwich 1-2 in the 1-run contest and 1-2 in 2-run games. So again, these have been nail-biting games. They've gone right down to the wire, but you have to find a way to win, close them out. These are big games. This is a Bees team chasing Norwich for the final playoff spot. Sea Unicorns 2-6 this summer against New Britain and 2-3 against the Bees here at Dodd Stadium. Norwich winless at the Beehive, 0-3. Have to find a way, especially here tonight, to win this game on your home soil. But you look, a closer look at the numbers, the errors. Oh, we've talked about it all season. It's been the Achilles heel that has really made life difficult for Norwich at times. Norwich has committed a whopping 23 errors. Those are just eye-popping numbers. You can't have that against New Britain, averaging almost 3 errors per game every time Norwich and New Britain gets together. The Bees, on the other hand, have just made 8 errors. But you look at the offense, that's where some of the real struggles have also come. The Bees feature some of the best pitchers in the Futures League. You see that in their all-star representation. Norwich hitting just 185 against New Britain pitching. They've been struck out 72 times to just the 22 walks. Need to have competitive at-bats. Really force the New Britain pitching staff to have to battle here today. Too many times first pitch outs. Really have to amplify the pressure here today at the plate. Find a way to just create some of that energy offensively. Norwich looking for a big win against the Bees. A pivotal game. These two teams, we've talked about it, battling one another for the fourth and final playoff spot. Here's a look at those updated Futures League standings entering play on this Thursday, July 17th. Well, it's been the Worcester Bravehearts for quite some time holding the top spot. Futures League best 31-11 to date so far. I mean, they have been incredible. Luke Beckstein's group 9-1 over their last 10 games. They just don't stop winning. The Lake Monsters in second place, 26-16. Norwich took 2 big games at Centennial Field last weekend. Vermont 6-4 through their last 10. Nashua in third place, 22-21 so far this summer. Just a game over 500 and 5-5 over their last 10 contests. Norwich holding down that fourth and final playoff spot over the New Britain Bees. Norwich 18-21 so far this summer, 6-4 through their last 10 ball games. New Britain, they have fallen off a little bit, 3-7 over their last 10, 18-24 so far this summer. A big game for Norwich to find a way to deposit into the win column. Norwich will get to know the New Britain Bees quite well this week. A lot of baseball against their in-state foes. Here's a look at that upcoming schedule for the Norwich Sea Unicorns heading into the All-Star break. It starts right here tonight. Have to find a way against the Bees. Can't say it enough. Norwich and New Britain facing off against one another 4 times this week. They'll do it again Saturday, a doubleheader. And then the Worcester Bravehearts come to Dodd Stadium tomorrow night. It's unity in the community. Always a lot of fun. Can't wait to see you here. Lots of great promotions here at Dodd Stadium. Make sure you get your tickets now. Be a part of this playoff push. And then the Bravehearts back in Norwich. Matinee baseball, 1 o'clock first pitch on Sunday before we head into the All-Star break at Polar Park. We're going to talk about the upcoming All-Star game at Polar Park. A look at some of the representatives of the Norwich Sea Unicorns. Stick with us. The pregame show continues when we return, presented by SCR Structures and Sheds.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Welcome back to the Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show, presented by SCR Structures and Sheds. Glad to be with you. Thursday night baseball right here at Dodd Stadium. The Sea Unicorns and the Bees, but right now we're talking some All-Stars. That's right, Norwich with 4 representatives as of right now, heading to Polar Park Tuesday for the Futures League All-Star game. Can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. The home of the Worcester Red Sox. Let's get into him. Aiden Stern has been dynamite for Norwich all summer. Leads the team 13 stolen bases. He leads the group in extra base hits. 8 of those. He smacked his first home run of the summer last weekend against the Vermont Lake Monsters. The reigning Norwich Sea Unicorns Player of the Week, Aiden Stern. He has been lights out for Norwich. Just adds so much to this team. Offensively, defensively, all the plays he's been making. Left field, right field, second base. We'll see where he slots in that All-Star game. But Aiden Stern, 309, the batting average for him. 13 swipe bases. I mean, just the way he impacts the game. Very deserving. He gets the nod to the All-Star game. Chase Chaplin will join him. He leads the Sea Unicorns in batting average, 339 for the Yale Bulldog. 3 doubles for him so far this summer. 6 runs driven in for Chase Chaplin. He will join Aiden Stern as the other positional representing the Sea Unicorns in the Midsummer Classic. Well, pitching has been the name of the game for Norwich. And the Sea Unicorns with a couple representatives from their pitching staff. Well, let's start with Luke Hardman. I mean, he has been the ace of this staff. 1.60 the ERA. That is a Futures League best in ERA. 28 strikeouts to just 3 walks. 2-1 the record for him. Luke Hardman has been dealing the deck this summer. We can't wait to see him at Polar Park next week. And Matt Wooten, he's earned himself a couple Futures League Pitcher of the Night honors. I should say Luke Hardman has done some of the same as well, but Matt Wooten, a couple 7 scoreless inning performances for himself. He is 3rd in the Futures League in strikeouts, 31 punch-outs for Matt Wooten to just the 4 walks. He is 2nd in the Futures League in wins, a 3-1 record for the Eastern Connecticut State product, 2.64 the ERA for Matt Wooten. He is headed to Polar Park to represent the Norwich Sea Unicorns. Kyle Dombrowski will be the manager, one of the managers in the Midsummer Classic. So congratulations to Dembro. We'll get to see him at Polar Park. And fans, you better start voting right now for the fan vote. Jack Sweeney, get him into the All-Star game at Polar Park. I mean, are you kidding me? 3 home runs. That leads the Sea Unicorns. Home runs in 2 of his last 3 games. He's made some great plays out there in right field. He's played some left field as well. The Rutgers product, Jack Sweeney. Vote him in right now. Send him to Polar Park and make him the 5th representative for the Norwich Sea Unicorns. heading into the ball game, another edition of Sweet Life with the Sea Unicorns. Jack Sweeney joins us for our second edition. Take a listen. Welcome to episode 2 of Sweet Life with the Sea Unicorns. I'm Adam Plager, joined alongside Norwich Sea Unicorns outfielder Jack Sweeney. Good to have you on. I mean, this luxury suite, I don't know of a better view to watch a baseball game.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Adam. It's a pleasure.
Well, let's talk about your game as of late. Recent surge for you, hitting near the 380 mark over your last 4 games. Home runs in 2 of your last 3 games. 3 home runs this summer. It seems like you're continuing to add some more power to your swing.
Yeah, I feel back on track for sure. I mean, that break, I got injured a few weeks ago, gave myself a little bit of a break, and now I feel great, ready to go and finish the year strong.
Well, let's talk about this team. It looks like the Sea Unicorns enjoy playing in the month of July. 7-3 in 10 contests. What's maybe been that shift for the group right now?
Yeah, like we just gave ourselves like a fresh start, and it just feels like we're just having like more fun playing baseball and enjoying ourselves. So it feels great, and I hope we just keep this steady path of winning.
Absolutely. Let's go to maybe your days before going to Rutgers out of Cream Ridge, New Jersey, Allentown High School. Put up some big-time numbers over there. What was it like playing some high school baseball in New Jersey?
High school baseball is the best. You just get to play with your hometown friends, and I really miss it. Miss those guys, and it was a great time playing for Allentown baseball.
You get to see guys like Joey Arrace come to Norwich in a similar spot that you were in last summer. It's a riser. He just wrapped up his high school baseball, another New Jersey kid, and Gabriel Rivera, another riser as well. He's headed to Rutgers. What's it like to see some more Rutgers guys come here?
Yeah, they're both studs. I mean, it's just so cool to just be able to play with them before I actually get on campus with them at Rutgers. And I'm super happy for them that they get to play here for such a great team and just get better before they get on to Rutgers.
Let's talk about your game defensively as well. You've had some big plays on defense, so maybe talk a little bit about that side of the game for you and maybe some more adjustments you've been trying to make.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm just trying to play the outfield just super free and just let myself go out there and just make plays. Summer ball is like the perfect spot where I can just go hard, and I mean, I don't really have any stress because it's summer ball, which is awesome. So I can just go out here and play free and have a good time, get better.
Speaking about getting better, the Major League Baseball All-Star Game just wrapped up. A lot of fun being able to watch that game. Maybe are there certain guys you watch growing up that you try and take bits and pieces from?
Yeah, I mean, all of them. I mean, my favorite, I mean, I love Judge, and it's just so fun to just watch him ball out all the time, and yeah, it's super motivating.
Well, you are in the running to get to the All-Star Game, so fans, right now we're going to tell you, get in on the fan vote. We want to send Jack Sweeney to Polar Park. How about some of the other All-Stars from this team? A lot of it coming from the pitching staff. You look at guys like Luke Hardman, who's here in his second summer, and Matt Woon, who's making his 3rd season here in Norwich. He wasn't here last summer, and Aiden Stern. What can you say about some of those guys that we will see at Polar Park?
They're all super good players, and I'm super happy for them. I mean, they just balled out this whole summer so far, and I hope they just keep it up and keep playing hard for us because they really help us a lot and make us win games.
I did forget Chase Chaplin. Let's not forget him, but he's been outstanding for Norwich. Last one for you. What was your experience like at Rutgers, your first season there, and maybe where you're looking to see your game grow?
Yeah, my freshman year at Rutgers was a lot of fun. Definitely learned a ton and got a lot better at Rutgers. So I'm super excited for my sophomore year, and I'm ready to go at it for my sophomore year.
Sea Unicorn fans, that is outfielder Jack Sweeney. If you haven't voted yet, vote now. Let's send Jack Sweeney to the All-Star Game at Polar Park next week. Jack, as always, thanks for the time, and have some fun tonight.
Thank you so much, Adam. Let's go.
Great stuff right there from Jack Sweeney. Always a lot of fun catching up with him. We want to see him at Polar Park on Tuesday representing the Norwich Sea Unicorns in the Futures League All-Star Game. We'll take our final timeout on the Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show. On the other side, we'll hear from
you, Megan. And now, let's play ball. The first inning is sponsored by Andrew Nolan, local financial professional with Rose City Financial Services. If your plan is still in the dugout, Andrew's here to help you get it in the game. With 20 years of experience and a love for this local community, he can help your family round the bases toward their financial goals. It all starts with a meeting and a sound plan. Find out more at RoseCityFinancial.com. Big thanks to Andrew and Rose City Financial for keeping your future and tonight's game on to
Norwich Sea Unicorn baseball is on the air from Dodd Stadium. Norwich looking to bounce back after a 1-0 shutout defeat against the New Britain Bees in the Battle of Connecticut. It'll be the Southpaw Brendan Grady, the Trinity Bantam, looking to lead Norwich back into winning form. Grady searching for a win number 2 of the summer. 23 innings worked, 22 strikeouts to the 12 walks he's issued. He's making his 7th start of the summer. As we take a look at tonight's starting pitching matchup, once again, every starting pitching matchup is brought to you by Silvertree Saddlery. Get in the saddle at Silvertree Saddlery. It'll be the Futures League All-Star Garrett Garbinski to take the mound for Mac Edmond opposite Brendan Grady. .391 the ERA for the Trinity Bantam. Walks have been an issue for him at times. He has admitted to that as well. That's going to be a key factor to him against one of the best in the Futures League. Garrett Garbinski, as good as they come. The Yukon product, ERA's flatlined at 0, yet to allow an earned run. Brendan Grady, big task for him as he will be greeted by the top of the Bees order. And the catcher today, Caleb Miller. Miller was in the lineup yesterday for New Britain. Now time called. Still waiting for first pitch. There was a loose baseball still on the field here at Dodd Stadium. Norwich 2-2 this summer at home against the Bees. Officially underway, 6:33 local time. Grady misses with ball 1. Miller so far this summer for New Britain. The Union College product hitting .255 so far. Count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. All-star rosters have been released by the Futures League. 9 representatives for Mac Edmonds' crew. Grady ahead, a ball and 2 strikes on Caleb Miller in the righty box. Miller yesterday was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Now he skies it in the air out to right center field on the run, moving back, and no play out there for Jack Byrne. This is going to roll out to the wall. Leadoff stand-up double. Ringing double for Caleb Miller, his 2nd of the summer. And the Bees in business against Grady to start the ball game.
for our next batter, the right fielder, University of Connecticut, number 44.
Look at the Sea Unicorns defensive alignment here tonight.
All-Star team smiles for the All-Star game.
At third base is C.J. Nolan. Spencer Chard in there. He's at short. Charlie Walsh at second base with Chase Chaplin at first. In the outfield from left to right, Aiden Stern in left field. Anthony Tirado slots in there. He's in center field. And Jack Byrne will command right field. Pitcher, catcher, battery tonight for Norwich. Brendan Grady tossing to Clay Harchie. It's the Futures League All-Star Cam Riggy. Riser headed to Yukon. The pitch home. Awkward check swing. And according to the home plate umpire here tonight, Dick Heron, that is ruled a strike. Now it's 0-2. Umpiring crew at first base, Eric Goldstein, and Matt Ball, the second base umpire. Man on second to start the ball game. Lefty to the plate, misses way outside with ball 1. Fans, for those tuning in today that didn't get to see the completion of the pregame show, will have it following the ball game. We'll have the interview with Kyle Dombrowski on today's post-game coverage as well. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Riggy. The pitch, swinging a little dribbler. It was actually a drop third strike. Harchie completes the strikeout, and Riggy punched out. Grady takes care of the All-Star, and Riggy retired. This will bring up another All-Star, Colin Crowley. Taking third on the drop third strike is Miller, so he's 90 feet away from striking for the game's first run. New Britain enters action 18-24, 6 games back of 500. The first delivery home is a bouncing ball to second. Walsh's only play is at the first base bag. Norwich trades the out for a run. And New Britain on the board first. It's 1-0 on the RBI ground out from the All-Star Colin Crowley.
And your attention, please, once again, ladies and gentlemen. Also
3 straight All-Stars here in the top of the order for New Britain. Brennan Stabley will also be playing at Puller Park on Tuesday. It's a deep top of the lineup for Matt Gedman. 2, 3, and 4 in his order here today will be representing the New Britain Bees in the 2025 Futures League All-Star Game. It'll be a lot of fun. It gets underway. All the action on Monday, July 21st. Lefty's delivery to the plate from Grady misses inside ball 1 to Stabley. Stabley's had one heck of a summer so far for Matt Edmonds' group. He's thrown out another base stealer yesterday. Now he rolls it on the ground to short. Chard has it on a couple of bounces. He slings it across the diamond, and Grady works around the leadoff double. New Britain strikes first. Grady limits the damage. 1-0 Bees. The Sea Unicorns coming to the plate when we return on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today.
Brought to you by Mystic Cycle Center, 25 Stonington Road in Mystic, Connecticut. So check it out, kids. Great looking bike. Submit your name. You never know. One of our players could hit for the cycle at home, and you could win that great looking bike. Good luck.
Welcome back to Dodd Stadium as we get you set here for the home half of the first inning. It'll be the All-Star Garrett Garbinski. He'll match up with an All-Star of the Norwich Sea Unicorns and Aiden Stern. He has been one of the best players for the Sea Unicorns this summer. As we take a look at today's Norwich Sea Unicorns starting lineup, brought to you by Artisan Building and Remodeling. Connecticut's trusted roofing experts from Berlin to Westbrook, they've got you covered. Aiden Stern leads off, as he's done all summer long. Chase Chaplin, another All-Star for Norwich, bats second. He's at first base. Charlie Walsh bats third at second base. In the cleanup spot is Anthony Torado in center field. Ryan Thompson, the designated hitter, bats fifth. Clay Carchi back behind the plate, bats sixth. C.J. Nolan bats seventh. He's at third base with Jack Byrne in a right field batting eighth, and Spencer Chard at short. He rounds out the Sea Unicorns batting lineup that's constructed by the manager, Kyle Dombrowski. On the first pitch, a slow roller to short. Charging in is Rosado across the diamond. Stern retired, 1 out.
And your attention, please, once again, ladies and
Here's another All-Star heading to the plate. It's Chase Chaplin coming to the batter's box for Norwich. Chaplin leads the Sea Unicorns in batting average so far this summer. The Yale Bulldog, a .339 hitter. 3 doubles to his name, 6 runs driven in. We'll get to see him at Polar Park. Righty's delivery to the plate, misses outside, ball 1. Early run support for Garrett Garbinski. Plenty of games that have been decided by 2 runs or fewer, 6 of the 8 in fact. If you include the 5-2 win for New Britain, 7 of the 8 decided by 3 runs or fewer. Offense has been hard to come by for Norwich in the matchup. Sea Unicorns hitting just .185 against Bees pitching. Chaplin trying to start it out. Hitters count, it's 2-0. Garbinski's delivery, a wipeout breaking ball, strike 1. Just no chance for Chaplin. 6 representatives of the 9 for the Bees are a part of their pitching staff. Now the changeup misses upstairs, ball 3. Chaplin trying to work his way on to start the Sea Unicorns offense here tonight. Now he cranks it foul into the seats, first base side. The count is full. It's 3-2. Chaplin was 0 for 3 yesterday for Norwich against New Britain. Norwich mustered just 4 hits against Bees pitching. Strikeouts have also been a problem against the Bees staff. On 3-2, Garbinski lays it in there. Strike 3. Chaplin knew it right away. 2 up, 2 down. Garbinski, as advertised, to start the ball game. He's made quick work of the first 2 batters. Here's the second baseman, Charlie Walsh. Walsh has started to come on for Norwich as of late. The George Washington product out of Lexington, Massachusetts, hitting .265 so far. Was 2 for 5 in a lopsided win for Norwich, 10-1 on Tuesday. Team, the Sea Unicorns are trying to chase in Nashua. The 0-1 delivery. Outside, the count is even. Nashua 22-21. They hold the 3rd place spot. They've been there for quite some time. Norwich and New Britain jockeying for 4th place. Count is even. It's a ball and a strike. Righty to the plate. That's in there on the outside corner. Strike 2. 24 strikeouts to just 2 walks so far for Garrett Garbinski. The Huskies have a good one. The 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Walsh fooled on it. Back-to-back Hayes for Garbinski. Scoreless first inning, and the Bees have a 1-0 lead. The second is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
Leading off the top of the second inning for New Britain, center fielder, Southern New Hampshire University, number 31, Jake Rysdorf.
Jake Reisdorf will lead it off for the Bees. 1-0 for the visitors on the RBI ground out from Colin Crowley. If you're a Bees fan, you really feel like the one run is all Garbinski really needs. Norwich trying to find a way to battle back. Grady's first delivery home. Misses downstairs. Now the count, 2 balls, no strikes. That's the Southern New Hampshire product. Jake Reisdorf, the brother of Nolan Reisdorf, on 2-0. This is headed back up the middle. It's trapped there by Walsh, and his throw from a knee not in time. An incredible sliding effort from Charlie Walsh in center field. It was headed back up the middle. He was on the lip of the outfield grass. A tremendous effort. Have to commend him for it, but Reisdorf reaches on a base hit to start the Bees second. Back-to-back innings with leadoff hits for New Britain. Now a chance for the first baseman today, Jack Kane. He was in left field yesterday for New Britain. Delivery, a swing and a miss there. Nasty stuff from Brendan Grady. He's been really just trying to work on staying over the rubber a little bit longer, trying to finish through on his pitches. Walks have been a problem for him at times throughout the summer, 12 of those. He's been all over the strike zone. He jams Kane inside, strike 2. Working ahead in counts, his best outing against Nashua June 12th. 8 strikeouts for him. He didn't walk anybody. As Kyle Dombrowski referenced to us earlier, it's not a question about the stuff. As long as he's in attack mode, he is as dominant as they come. He'll check back in on the base runner. He lobs it over to Chase Chaplin over at first base. Reisdorf's the runner on. Now Grady misses ball 1. Reisdorf, the base runner, has no stolen bases yet to his name, but certainly plenty of speed for him. Now a swing and a miss, strike 3. Grady strikes out Jack Kane, his second punch out of the night, and he has his first out recorded here in the New Britain second. So we'll bring up the designated hitter, Brandon Gayer. Gayer so far this summer for New Britain, the UMass Boston product, hitting .286, 14 for his first 49. Has appeared in 17 contests so far. Grady delivers the fastball in there, strike 1. Norwich is 4-2 in Brendan Grady starts. 3-1 at home. Now he jams inside Gayer. It's popped up first base side. It's going to drift into the seats. Strike 2. All about command and really the mechanics for Grady. When he's in control of the ball game, first pitch strikes, he has plenty of those. He just dictates the terms against opposing offenses. Just the 1 run in the first inning after the leadoff double by Caleb Miller came around to score. The 0-2. Now this is crushed out to left field. Stern moving back. He's looking up. It's foul. It was a roped foul down the left field line. It was hammered off the bat of Brandon Gayer, but just a long strike 2. Oh, Brandon showed he can turn on the inside pitch. No home runs yet for him. Out of Rocky Hill, Connecticut. He stands in the righty box. Board at first is Reisdorf. He singled. Grady delivers outside, trying to expand the zone of Brandon Gayer. The 1-2. Bouncing ball to third. Past the diving reach and Nolan. It's through into left field. No chance for Spencer Char. The Bees play station to station. A couple of base hits this inning. Nice little 2-strike approach for Gayer, and the Bees in business here in the second inning. Still soft contact, but well placed. Opponents against Grady over his last 3 outings, just 167 against him. ERA for the Trinity Bantam over his last 3, 4.02 the ERA. So ball in, no strikes to Julius Rosado. Grady fires the fastball, a sharp one on the outer edge. Count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Pair of runners on for New Britain here in the second. Reisdorf began the frame with the base hit into short center field. Diving effort by Walsh. He's keeping close tabs on Reisdorf. Grady back into the zone, strike 2. Count leverage here for the Trinity Bantam. Trying to solve Julius Rosado. Aboard at first is Brandon Gayer, though. 1-2. Jammed inside as Rosado. He shoots it foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Rosado. We did not see him in the ball game yesterday. The Rutgers riser. Norwich has a couple risers of their own headed to Rutgers, including Joey Arace and Gabriel Rivera, not in the lineup today for Kyle Dombrowski's group. All even, 2 balls, 2 strikes on 2-2. Wave and a miss, strike 3. Hartshey hangs on to it. A couple strikeouts this inning for Brendan Grady. He takes care of Rosado. This will bring up the second baseman, P.J. Hughes. Hughes out of the University of Richmond. Hitting just 105 this summer. 4 for his first 38. Now Grady with the pickoff toss. He just flips it to Walsh. He was nowhere near the second base bag. Good thing he held on to it for as long as he did before just firing it towards second base. It would have gone cruising into center field. First delivery home is fouled away, first base side. Glad you're with us on a Tuesday night. Also, Thirsty Thursday here at the ballpark. One of the final 2 remaining Thirsty Thursdays. Final Thirsty Thursday coming at you on August the 7th against these New Britain Bees. Final Thirsty Thursday of the season. Beer specials on Narragansett. Grady slots into the inside corner, strike 2. Norwich in their home white uniforms with the Sea Unicorns riding across the chest. Norwich 8-9 in their home whites this summer. And New Britain, same uniforms as yesterday with the alternate black tops and the gray bottoms, and the NB for New Britain in the upper right of the jersey. Gold numbers on the back with the white outline. Norwich also with the gold numbers, no outline on it. They somewhat fade into the white home uniforms. It's 0-2 on P.J. Hughes. Grady's delivery home is in there, strike 3. So Grady in some roundabout way strikes out the side. 4 Ks for him so far through his first couple innings of work. 1-0 New Britain. The home second is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Well, thank you, Matt. Thank you, kids, for playing in our uniform race. Now, we're home again tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. versus Worcester. Tomorrow night is Unity in the Community Night. K Cancer and Masonic Family Night. Norwich Connect, brought to you by Dime Bank. We'll be wearing those nice Norwich Connect uniforms. And tomorrow night, we also have a great fireworks show brought to you by Liberty Bank. We're home again on Sunday. First pitch, 1 p.m. against Worcester. On Sunday, it's kids run the bases after the game and have a catch in the outfield. Leading off, the bottom half, number 2, the Norwich Sea Unicorns, center fielder from UMass Amherst, number 7, Anthony Tirado.
Anthony Tirado will lead it off for Norwich in the home second. Garbinski ready to work. Underway in the bottom of the second inning, strike one. Grady understands the assignment. He's going to have to go toe-to-toe with Garrett Garbinski. Yet to allow an earned run. Well, one darts inside. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike on Anthony Tirado. Norwich went down in order. He struck out the last 2 batters he faced. Now this is cut on foul down the left field side. Couple tenants in the New Britain bullpen down the left field side. I wouldn't imagine there would be any action for at least a little longer. Tirado fouls away, strike 2. Garbinski, a rising junior at UConn, Clinton, Connecticut native. On 1-2, it's just inside. The count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is the 8th start of the summer for Garbinski. Last pitch on July 11th against Nashua. Now a bouncing ball through into left field. Anthony Tirado has the first hit of the night for Norwich. A leadoff single to start the second. Neat little piece of hitting there for Anthony Tirado to the opposite field. Tirado always a base-stealing threat. A little advantage for him with the righty on the mound. That's Ryan Thompson at the plate. Nice block back there by Caleb Miller. New Britain defensively tonight over at third base. Colin Crowley, Julius Rosado at shortstop, with P.J. Hughes at second and Jack Kane at first on 1-0. An awkward swing for strike 1. The Bees outfield from left to right. Brennan Stabley in left field. Jake Reisdorf in center and Cam Riggy in right field. Garbinski dealing to Caleb Miller. Count is even. Tirado hopping around. He's the base runner at first. Now a fly ball in the air. This is popped up. First base side. Underneath it to make the grab is Jack Kane. 1 down.
The catcher, Johns Hopkins University.
1 down for the catcher, Clay Harchie. Archie back in there for Norwich. He was back behind the plate against Nashua on Tuesday. Now a check-in on Tirado, a good pickoff, and Tirado is erased from first base. Garbinski with a sly pickoff move, and Tirado sent packing. Now the base is empty, 2 outs. Deceptive pickoff move there from Garbinski. That changes the dynamic of the inning. It takes away any base stealing threat from Anthony Tirado. Tirado's now been caught stealing 3 times this summer. On 2-0 to Harchie. It's outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Garbinski trying to get back into those strikes, and he's only walked 2 batters all summer. Rare occasion for him to be way behind 3-0. Harchie trying to take advantage. 3-0 from the righty. That also misses, 4 straight out of the zone. Harchie draws a 2-out walk, and Norwich has a 2-out base runner.
The third baseman, Sacred Heart University, number 4, C.J.
Norwich has now been caught stealing in both games against New Britain in this 2-game set. Here's C.J. Nolan. C.J. at third base tonight for Norwich. Back in there after playing some third base yesterday as well. CJ was 0 for 2 with the strikeout. He also drew a walk. He's looking at ball 1. The high socks for CJ. The light blue and white batting gloves. The red Sacred Heart batting helmet on. The Norwich corner infielder. The 1-0. That's in there. Strike 1. CJ hitting just 175 this summer. Still plenty of pop in his bat. 5 extra base hits. Half of his hits have been of the extra base variety. The 1-1. Sharp fastball at the knee, strike 2. Nolan couldn't believe the call. Count leverage for Garbinski, trying to toss a second scoreless inning. Bees hold a 1-0 lead over Norwich. Caleb Miller scored after the RBI ground out from Crowley. CJ taking for ball 2. Strikeouts have been an issue for Nolan throughout the summer. He's been punched out in 5 straight games. 22 strikeouts this summer for him. Now he bounces it away foul. To put the strikeout numbers into perspective, Garrett Garbinski has racked up just 3 more strikeouts than CJ has been struck out this summer. It's a part of just trying to continue to sort things out. It's 2-2 on CJ. The curveball bounced foul. 12-6 breaker from Garrett Garbinski, and CJ just got enough of it. Seen the power for CJ primarily at Fitton Field. Both of his home runs have come against the Bravehearts. Norwich will meet with Worcester a couple times this week, tomorrow and Sunday. The 2-2. This is launched to right field, a base hit. 2-strike approach for C.J. Nolan, and Norwich has runners at first and second with 2 outs. Line drive base hit to the opposite field. That's the approach you're looking for. Fans, plenty of upcoming promotions headed to Dodd Stadium here throughout the month of July. Tomorrow, Unity in the community. Family Sunday when the Sea Unicorns host the Worcester Bravehearts July 20th. The All-Star break July 21st and 22nd. First Responders Night on Friday, July 25th. That's next Friday. And another Sunday Fun Day, July 27th, when the Sea Unicorns play host to the Westfield Starfires. Count quickly, 2-0 on Jack Byrne. 1 run on 3 hits so far for New Britain. Norwich with a couple hits this inning against Garbinski. Trying to even the scoreboard. Righty set at the belt. Now the delivery home. That's in there. Just grazes the outside corner. Strike 2. So, looks like they had the count wrong on the big board earlier. Full count control against the Natick, Massachusetts native Jack Byrne. Runners at first and second, the 0-2. That's blocked back there by Miller. He does a nice job to keep it in front of him. It'll keep Harchie at second. CJ's the base runner at first. New Britain just 3-7 in their last 10 ball games. Norwich 6-4 over their last 10. Ball and 2 strikes to the Sea Unicorns right fielder. This is swatted away foul. Byrne was a dual sport athlete growing up, hockey and baseball, but ultimately stuck as a baseball player, continuing to play at the collegiate level at Fairfield. A program that had a monstrous season. Byrne looking at strike 3. He was fooled by Garbinski, and the UConn product works around a couple of base runners. It's 1-0 New Britain. We're headed to the third on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
I'm at the top, that's 1, not 2 or 3. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
12 p.m. on Saturday. So let's back Jack. Give me your vote by going to the website for the Futures League, read the article on the All-Star game, and click on the link there. Or you can go to our Instagram page, read the story about the All-Star game, and click on the link there to vote for Jack Sweeney. Thank you. Leading off the top of the third inning for the Bees, the catcher, Caleb Miller.
Headed to the top of the third inning, 1-0 New Britain on the first delivery. Miller sends it to short. Charges nicely, and 1 down. Nice play defensively to retire the leadoff man, Caleb Miller. So we'll bring up the right fielder, Cam Riggy. Riggy, one of the All-Stars, one of the 9 representatives for Mac Edmonds' squad. Riggy struck out his first time up. Riggy so far this summer for New Britain, the Wethersfield, Connecticut native, hitting .269. Lefty's delivery home. Check swing, and it's ruled a strike 1. Good spot against the big man in the lefty batter's box. Riggy measures 6 feet 4 inches, 240 pounds. Now ball 2 on the fastball. Lefty on lefty matchup here with 1 out in the Bees' third inning. First run of the ball game came on an RBI ground out from Colin Crowley. Slider darts way outside, ball 3. Grady comes at you with a 3/4 arm slot. Not fully over the top. There's the fastball. It's outside, ball 4. Riggy draws a 5-pitch walk, and the Bees have a 1-out base runner. Just the first walk issued today by Grady. But when speaking with Brendan, that's been the biggest element of his adjustment and the difference in playing in the NESCAC compared to the Futures League. You can't really get away with those walks. We've come back to haunt him at times. So jumping the level of play. Second summer for Grady, who's made vast improvements from his rookie season with the Westfield Starfires. He posted an ERA of 11.17 last summer in Westfield. 9 appearances all out of the Westfield bullpen. Now a swing and a miss throw down from Harchie, not in time. Stolen base for Cam Riggy. He moves into scoring position, his nice white bag of the summer. Entering action today, Grady has a 3.91 ERA. Norwich has solidified victories in 4 of his first 6 starts. Talk about a huge jump in player development. Grady is showing it here, and now he strikes out the all-star Colin Crowley. He's frozen on the outside corner. Now 5 strikeouts for Grady. His second looking K of the night. Two down. Here's the left fielder, Brennan Stabley. Stabley's taking on the outside corner, strike 1. Brennan doubled yesterday. Couple of hits for him. The All-Star has hits in now 3 straight games. And bounces to Harchie. Nice block back there. First time to the plate, Stabley grounded out to short. Chard's been a busy man today. Right now he's tasked with trying to help hold on the lead runner at second. That's Riggy, who walked and then later swiped second. The 1-1. Bouncer foul back behind the plate, strike 2. Grady made 7 starts this past spring for Trinity. The 1-2 delivery is swung on and missed. Harchie lost sight of the baseball. Stabley's easily going to reach on a drop third strike. Runners at the corners for the Bees. So now officially 6 strikeouts on the night, but Grady not out of the woods yet in the 3rd inning. This is a key out for Grady to spot and pick up his battery mate Harchie. He was certainly frustrated. Now a hard bouncer to second. Walsh has it. He'll go the short way to Spencer Chard, covering the second base bag. And Grady out of the jam. 1-0 New Britain. The bottom of the 3rd is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency is a full-service organization with insurance products ranging from business owner policy needs to personal insurance like home, auto, and umbrella. Some companies can make that a one-stop shop. That's why we value partnering with insurance companies like Arbella Insurance. Like us, they offer a range of insurance coverage for our valued clients. Having your most valuable assets covered by a single insurance carrier, serviced by a local agent, is priceless. The Burns Agency proudly partners with Arbella to bring you insurance coverage at competitive pricing. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Dinosaurs are alive in 25 years and roaring strong. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. A perfect day trip or staycation right here in Connecticut. Route 85 Montville with easy access off Interstate 395 and 95. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
9-1-2 due up for Norwich here in the home half of the third inning. Still a 1-0 Bees lead. Here's the Southern Connecticut State product, Spencer Chard. Chard originally committed to Quinnipiac University before making the move to Southern Connecticut. Chard trying to start things out for Norwich here in the home third. Unicorns threatened in the second, a couple of hits against Garbinski, but both were stranded. 1-0 delivery, a high bouncing ball, foul, third base side. The Newton, Connecticut native Chard hitting .208 this summer. The 1-1 home. That's down and in. Ball two. Still a sharp fastball for Garbinski. More times than not, if you swing away at that, that's pounded into the dirt. It's a 2-1 count. The pitch home. Swing and a miss, strike two. Good life on the fastball, and Chard was tardy to the party. Spencer's, it's a bouncing ball to third. On a hop, Crowley has it. He fires across the diamond. Nice grab there by Jack Kane. It takes care of Spencer Chard. Top of the order we go. Here's Aiden Stern. Stern grounded out to short his first time to the plate. Stern, a native of South Salem, New York. He's become the everyday leadoff man, a regular in Kyle Dombrowski's lineup. Big part of this offense. On 0-1. That's downstairs. The count is even. Even count, the 1-1 from Garbinski. That's on the outside corner, strike two. Wide strike call. It goes Garbinski's way. More times than not, when you're all over the strike zone, you'll get the borderline pitches. Garbinski has so far tonight. Ahead of Stern, the 1-2. This is ripped into right field. A diving effort at second by Hughes. His throw not nearly in time. Aiden Stern legs out an infield single. Commend the effort there of P.J. Hughes, who went full extension on the dive. They cut it down from rolling out all the way into right field. Stern has a one-out single, and Norwich has plenty of speed on the base pass. Third hit of the ball game for Norwich. Stern has 13 steals on the summer. He was caught stealing yesterday. Now that goes flying into the seats. Look out down there, first base side. Those are always scary ones. No balls, one strike here on Chase Chaplin. Chap struck out his first time to the plate. Now it's a bouncing ball, foul down the right field line. Chaplin has 3 doubles this summer. Those are all of his extra base hits. 2 of them have come over his last 4 contests. RBI double already this week against Nashua. Stern runs well. A double down the line could potentially tie the game. Chaplin taking ball 1. Not easy to grow a lead against Garbinski. He already has a pickoff successful today. Medium-sized lead for Stern. See if he's going. He's not. The pitch is a chopper to short. Rosado goes to second for one. Now to first. It's in time. Twin killing, inning-ending double play. 6-4-3. The Bees turn it. 1-0 New Britain. The fourth is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Welcome, Rebecca Richard. Welcome, Lynn Lynch. Welcome to Clayton and Friends. Welcome to Connecticut DOT. And welcome HMS Travel.
We're headed to the fourth inning, 1-0 Bees. Fans, we invite you to tune in for every Norwich Sea Unicorns pregame show presented by SCR Structures and Sheds. For over 25 years, we have succeeded by providing our customers with dependable storage solutions and a quality buying experience. That's scr-structures.com. And after the game, fans, stick with us for the Capital Property Group postgame show. Capital Property Group, condo and real estate management. Go to mycapitalteam.com. Find out who tonight's player of the game will be. Once again, Capital Property Group, the postgame show. Stick with us following the conclusion of tonight's broadcast. Grady misses with ball one. Leadoff man up in the inning is the first baseman, Jack Kane. 2 balls, no strikes on the Bees' first baseman, Kane. In the righty box, now he waves and misses, strike one. The 2-1 delivery is a bouncing ball, topped foul. Kane out of the University of St. Joseph. West Hartford, Connecticut native. Him and Grady grew up in the same hometown as one another. They know each other quite well. See who will win the Battle of West Hartford here. Both attended Conard High School. The 2-2. That's outside, ball 3. Grady has already faced New Britain this summer. He went 2 2/3 of an inning before the hook from Kyle Dombrowski on 3-2. That's outside, ball 4. Second walk issue tonight from Grady. This one a leadoff walk. This will bring up the designated hitter, Brandon Gayer. Gayer so far tonight, single to left field. And off man is on. Now this is crushed foul. Left field side, it bounces off the sidewall. Important game for Norwich to spot into the win column. But Norwich still looking for their first run of the series against Bees pitching. Grady checks back in on his hometown friend, Jack Haney. Drew a leadoff walk. It's 0-1. The delivery home, that's down and in. Now taking off for second and sliding in safely goes Jack Kane. Tough delivery for Harchie to handle. He was handcuffed inside on the delivery to Brandon Gayer. 2 balls and 1 strike on the Bees' designated hitter. We've also seen Gayer behind the plate this summer. Now this gets away from Archie. Leaks behind him, his throw to third. Cut off by C.J. Nolan. Alert play by him. That was an offline throw from Archie. So a couple of wild pitches, pass balls. We'll see how they're scored. Has allowed the leadoff walk of Jack Hain to travel all the way to third. Still nobody out. The 3-1 pitch home. That is taken for ball 4. A borderline pitch. Bees have runners at the corner. Still nobody out. Back-to-back walks to begin matters here in the 4th inning. This is what we've talked about at times for Grady. These walks, how quickly it turns into a pressure cooker type of environment for him. This is going to bring out the pitching coach, Zach Gitcher. And this will also involve the entire Sea Unicorns infield. Fans, the school supply drive, a part of this year's Futures League All-Star Game. Help the Futures League support our local communities by donating school supplies at upcoming Sea Unicorns games. Collecting at the following home games include tomorrow, July 18th, and Sunday, July 20th. Call now, 717-7. Oh, check that. That's not a phone number. Those are dates. What are we doing? But, yes, once again, please consider donating to the school supply drive. We had it in there like it looked like a phone number for a moment, but 2 games to get this done. July 18th, July 20th. Want to see you come out to Dodd Stadium and bring the school supplies with you. Once again, donation box will be located at the front gate of Dodd Stadium. Fans, Friday night fireworks coming back to Dodd Stadium tomorrow night when the Norwich Sea Unicorns play host to the Worcester Bravehearts. Other Friday night fireworks include Friday, July 25th, and on August the 1st, once again, Friday night fireworks presented by Liberty Bank. American fireworks presented by Liberty Bank. Always a lot of fun. We can't wait to see you fill up Dodd Stadium tomorrow and cheer on the Sea Unicorns. Grady's first pitch home. Backs up Rosado, ball 1. Rosado struck out his first time to the plate. Grady has 6 strikeouts on the day, but now 3 walks, the 1-0. This is on the backhand side of Chard. A sliding effort, it rolls through into left field. RBI base hit, Julius Rosado. That's where we talk about the walks. They've been problematic at times. This time it comes around to score. Still nobody out here in the 4th inning. Runners at first and second for the Bees, and a 2-0 lead.
Second baseman, P.J. Hughes.
Norwich has pretty much a full tank in their bullpen. That's thanks to the work of their starters, Cooper Maher and Frank Spirito. They were tremendous to begin the week. 9 scoreless innings combined between the 2 Sea Unicorn starters. Bees hold a 2-0 edge in the 4th inning. Ball 1 misses to the second baseman, P.J. Hughes. Bottom of the order production here for New Britain, though, 1-0. Check swing fouled away. We've seen P.J. bat lead off this summer. University of Richmond product at the plate. 2 on, no one out, though 1-1 from Grady. This is launched foul down the left field side. Hughes out of Manhattan, Kansas, 5 feet 11 inches, 170 pounds. Just 3 plate appearances for PJ in his first season at Richmond. He made the most out of them. He was 2 for 3. Now ball 3 misses. The count has run full. PJ came in defensively on numerous occasions at the University of Richmond. Now he's jammed and pops it up. This is going to go cruising foul, and the battle will continue. Still runners at first and second. Hughes was caught looking back in the second inning today. Full count. Grady still looking to spot his first out here in the fourth inning. Action in the Norwich pen, the 3-2. Skied foul again. The battle will continue. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Rosado on at first. Gayer the runner at second. Another foul off back behind the plate. Hughes, a native of Manhattan, Kansas. Damian Rawls is another Manhattan, Kansas native. He played in Major League Baseball from 2000 to 2004. Now a bouncing ball chopped to short. Chard has it. Now he drops the ball. Oh, it's been a busy inning for Spencer over there at short. Now the bases are loaded. You felt like Norwich for sure needed to record an out on that situation. Now the bases are loaded for the Bees. Still nobody out. It's an air charge to Spencer Chard, and this is going to be the end of the night for Brendan Grady. He works into the fourth inning, but he will depart with the bases loaded and nobody out. Norwich trying to wiggle their way out of this inning without a real blow-up here. Garrett Garbinski watches on from the Bees dugout. Already some run support. He hasn't needed much of it. The Bees looking to break this game wide open. New pitcher heading into the ball game for Norwich. We'll meet him when we return.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today. Norwich is making a call to the bullpen for right-hander, the flamethrower, Gio Conti. Gio, so far this summer for the Sea Unicorns, has pitched to a .385 ERA, 1-2 the record for him. 2 saves this summer. He picked one up against New Britain. That was back on June. The 22nd, in fact, he was credited with the win. He tossed the final 2 innings. He entered that game in a tie ball game. He enters here with the bases loaded. Gio, a transfer from UConn to Siena College. Trying to keep Norwich in the ball game. Runners everywhere. The batter at the plate is Caleb Miller. Aboard at first is Hughes. Rosado at second, and Brandon Gare, the lead runner, at third. Gio's pitch is chopped foul. Count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Conti last pitch for Norwich July 12th against the Lake Monsters. Went 2 2/3 of an inning. Allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run. Opponents this summer are hitting .211 against the right-hander. Gio, 6 feet, 166 pounds. The 1-1 delivery. The off-speed pitch is popped up. This will trail out of play. Gio's been welcomed into plenty of ball games this summer with inherited runners. None come as difficult as this. Bases loaded, nobody out. Just the second time this summer Gio has been entered into this sort of situation. Looking for some success. Archie set up outside. Gio set at the belt, though. 1-2 home. That runs inside it. Plunks Miller. And this will force home the 3rd run of the night. This will allow a chance for the right fielder, Cam Riggy. Just looked like it sort of slipped out of the grip for Gio. In a ideal count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases remain loaded. Here's Cam Riggy. Riggy so far tonight has struck out. He's also walked. Righty to the plate, upstairs with ball 1. When Norwich looked at the calendar this week, the 4 games against New Britain, I mean, starred, highlighted, you name it. That's how it looked for the Sea Unicorns. A team that's chasing him. A swing and a miss, snap throw down from Harchie. Collected by Chaplin. He was nowhere near the first base bag, and diving back in head first goes Caleb Miller. He stands at first. Aboard at second is Hughes. He reached on an error. And Rosado stands at third. Bases loaded, nobody out for New Britain here in the top of the 4th. Gio comes set at the belt. Even count, it's 1-1. The pitch. That's ruled. Ball 2. The 3rd run of the ball game has been charged to Brendan Grady. The runners at second and third, still his responsibility. Gio trying to bail him out. The 2-1 pitch. Soft fizzler to third. CJ charges in. He goes to the plate. No chance for Harchie on a low throw. The Bees add on. It's 4-0. Right idea from CJ, but he was charging way in on it. He was trying to cut down Rosado, trying to score. He does. Now a 3-run 4th inning. Bases still loaded. It's just plug and play right now for the Bees in the top of the 4th. This ball game can really get out of control. Colin Crowley will grab a bat here. 3rd trip to the plate for him. He's grounded out. He's also struck out. Things really have come undone for Norwich this inning. It all started with back-to-back walks. And that's where we talk about you just can't get away with those at this level. And Grady's talked about that adjustment he's been trying to make. Now a fly ball in the air. This should be playable. It is. Walsh makes the grab. Everyone forced to hold. Gio has the first out here in the fourth inning. Raleigh pops out to Walsh. Now the left fielder, Brennan Stabley. Brennan so far tonight has struck out. He's also grounded out. Bases loaded, one out. Gio trying to really dig deep here and help de-escalate the situation. Bees have struck for 4 runs in the inning. Check that, 3 runs in the inning. Now the fastball sizzles into the outside corner. Base runner over at third is P.J. Hughes. Miller stands at second with Riggy still on at first. This run would be unearned if it comes to score after the error committed by Chard. Conti trying to make quick work of Brennan Stabley. He's the 8th batter to the plate this inning for New Britain. Gio way ahead of him, 0-2. Gio will at times drop down to a 3/4 arm slot. We'll see what he decides. He does here. It paints the outside corner. Strike 3. 2 down in the inning. Pop out. And a strikeout. Good morning, good afternoon to Stabley, says Gio. Here's Jake Reisdorf, the 9th man to the plate in the inning for New Britain. Reisdorf made the final out in the 3rd inning on a fielder's choice ground out. Talk about trying to reignite the system for Norwich. This could be one of those opportunities for Gio. He's turned into a real leader in this Norwich clubhouse. Just an energizer bunny. He plays with so much energy, always amped up. You feel like closers, back-end, high-leverage arms. That's something they're just kind of born into. And why they take the baseball in these sort of spots. Just trying to keep the game manageable for Norwich. Count is even. It's 1-1 here on the B center fielder, Jake Reisdorf. Now he's looking at the fastball, just missed downstairs. Cutting action on it. Count 2 balls and a strike. Gio always working to perfect his craft. So much time in the weight room, video room, just the little details of the game. 2 balls and a strike. Harchie set up outside the 2-1. The bottom drops out of it for ball 3. He was trying to go off the table with the changeup. 3-1, not so many options. Have to imagine it's a fastball count for Reisdorf. Reisdorf has also singled, an infield single. Now he hits a line shot into right field. A sliding effort out there for Jack Burnett. Leaks behind him. This is going to unload the bases. And the Bees have broken the ball game open. It's 7-0. The SureBright Commercial Cleaning Services cleanup moment to the game is powered off the bat of Jake Reisdorf. Bases clearing triple if they give it to him. Byrne was caught in between. Everybody scores. And the floodgates have opened. SureBright Commercial Cleaning Services, providing janitorial services in the state of Connecticut for the last 30 years. SureBright, done right every night. The Bees have been doing it right here in the 4th inning. 6 runs in. Now Gio lights it by Kane, strike 1. So the Bees have batted around here in the 4th inning, and they've played at 6. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Felt like that liner out to right field was really an all or nothing play for Jack Byrne, but he sort of hesitated trying to charge in, and that's really what created the problem out there. We'll see if we have a replay shot of this. RBI triple is what's going to be credited to Jake Reisdorf. Here's a look at that SureBright Commercial Cleaning Services cleanup moment of the game. Byrne was in on it, and then he started into a dive, and just all kinds of problems after that. Once it got beyond Jack Byrne, that was really the go-ahead to unload the bases. Tonight's SureBright Commercial Cleaning Services cleanup moment of the game. First barrel allowed of the inning by Gio. Norwich dealt with some command troubles this inning. The back-to-back walks, the hit batsman. And then an error this inning. Play at the plate. Norwich wish they maybe would have liked to have back. Certainly opportunities to be out of this inning by this point, even before that triple to right field. Look back at the error at short earlier in the inning. That allowed Hughes to reach. Had a chance to be the first out of the inning. And then a 2-ball, 2-strike hit batsman. I'm sure Gio would tell you he'd like to have that pitch back. Now a fly ball lifted in the air. Chaplin moving back. He is not going to have a play on it. That's going to fall in. It's also going to score a run. Now 8-0 Bees. In no man's land was Chaplin. And easily scoring from third is Reisdorf. The Bees just scoring in all sorts of ways right now. So we'll allow a chance for Brandon Gayer. Nothing for the Bees. Gio's pitch. Rule the ball. Close call, but now it's 2-0 on Gayer, who's batting for the second time this inning. He's already walked this inning. Norwich had as out of a perfect of a road trip you could ask for last week. Just hasn't worked out at home. Gio loses Gayer on 4 pitches out of the zone. And runners at first and second. A couple of close calls. Speak about dealing with adversity. Norwich has had all kinds of adversity this inning. A frustrating inning to say the least. Gio entered the stage in a bases-loaded jam. And now it's the 11th batter of the inning. Gio just trying to stop further bleeding. Here's Julius Rosado. He's looking at the outside corner, strike one. Now the Bees into mercy rule territory with an 8-0 advantage. Norwich has to find a way to wake up the bats here. Shutout so far against Bees pitching, the 0-1. That goes all the way past Archie through the wickets. Runners advance everywhere, second and third with 2 outs. And overthrown slider from Gio. He tapped his chest, he knew right away. It's not where he wanted to go with the slider. Count is even, it's a ball and a strike. Six of the 7 runs this inning have all been earned runs. Count is even, it's 1-1. The pitch. That's inside on the fastball. It backs up Rosado. Rosado so far tonight has struck out. He also has an RBI single into left field this inning. It's been a long top of the fourth inning. It's really stalled the pace of the game. The 2-1 pitch home. In there, the count is even. The only real loud contact this inning, when you look back at the box score, is the RBI triple from Reisdorf, which really could have only been a single had Byrne elected to play it on a hop. All twos across the board. There's a wave and a miss, strike three. Gio strikes out Rosado, but the damage has been done. 8-0 Bees. The bottom of the fourth is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today.
Thank you, Sophia, and thank you, HMS Travel. Visit the cables on the first base concourse.
The Bees send 12 batters to the plate, and they cash in for 7 runs. And blowing this game wide open. It's 8-0 New Britain. We're headed to the home half of the fourth inning. Norwich just looking to find a way just for some kind of life, especially offensively. You really feel for Gio. The way that inning completely spiraled out of control. He entered in a bases loaded jam. I'm sure he'd like to have the hit batsman back, but see the plate. The ultimate triple of Jake Reisdorf. Certainly plenty of spots you could point the finger at in an inning, but that's where as a group you look back at games and just trying to find ways to mitigate damage. And just find a way before things really take a tailspin the way it did. These are real playoff games when you think about it. When you look at the standings, Walsh lifts a fly ball in the air out to left field on the run. Still moving over is Stabley at the warning track. He makes the grab. Walsh robbed of extra bases. And the leadoff man retired here to start the Norwich fourth inning. One down, here's Anthony Tirado. One 0 pitch misses inside. New pitcher in the ball game for Garrett Garbinski is right-hander Matthew McDowell out of UConn. He's a riser, making his first appearance of the summer. He's 6 feet 3 inches, 200 pounds. Brookfield, Connecticut native. with plenty of run support. Behind 3-0 on Torado. Now he walks them on 4 straight out of the zone. Norwich just looking for base runners. Now they have one. Fans. The Burns Agency in Norwich and Dayville, working smart and hard for residents and businesses since 1932. Let us do the same for you too. Go to theburnsagency.com because you'll buy better at Burns. Here's Ryan Thompson. He's looking at an overthrown slider, miss ball one. And on first for Norwich is Torado. Torado's already been picked off today. That was Garrett Garbinski who did the honors. Now it's Matthew McDowell's turn. Works from the stretch. Fastball's on the outside corner. Labels it strike one. Back in the count is the righty. Headed to Yukon. Another fastball this time. It misses. The count moves to 3 balls and a strike. Norwich just looking for some ways to spark momentum. The 3-1. That bounces for ball 4. So some command troubles out of the gates for McDowell. Couple of walks after the deep fly out of Charlie Walsh. Norwich has a couple of men on for the catcher, Clay Harchie. This is going to bring out the pitching coach, Shane Balgill. He's going to chat things over with his new arm in the ball game, Matthew McDowell. McDowell played his travel ball with the Connecticut Eagles. Attended Brookfield High School. Tall frame for him, 6 feet 3 inches, 200 pounds. Just added to the Bees roster today. He can ramp it up to nearly 91 miles an hour on his fastball. Fastball, curveball, changeup, slider, pitch mix for McDowell. A ball and no strikes on the catcher, Clay Harchie. He walked earlier today. The 1-0. That's inside. Ball 2. Plenty of velocity behind the heater for McDowell, but right now it's a matter of controlling his arsenal. Thompson on at first. Torado the lead runner at second. Now the count is 3-0 on Clay Harchie. McDowell in danger of walking the house. Norwich just looking for any ways to generate momentum. There's strike one. Harchie thought it was inside. It appeared inside. The Norwich faithful also thought it was inside. Now the count's 3-1. Norwich looking for some life on this thirsty Thursday. Now a chopper to second. There to field it is Hughes. He goes to first. And now 2 down in the inning. Runners at second and third for Norwich. Productive out for Harchie. Moves over the base runners. But a real shot for McDowell to get out of the inning with no damage. C.J. Nolan, the batter for the Sea Unicorns. C.J. singled into right field his first time up. The first pitch home is the changeup. It's on the outside corner, strike one. C.J. out of Coventry, Connecticut. He looks at the sharp fastball. It's wide for ball one. Norwich looking to strike for their first run of the series, the 1-1. Big, hearty cut from CJ. He's up empty, strike two. CJ, 5 feet 11 inches, a powerful 190 pounds in the righty box. CJ has hits in 4 of his last 7 contests. And you watch his ball two dart outside. The count is even. CJ has a couple of multi-hit games this summer. 2-2. Now he chases strike 3. With it is Miller. He tosses on to first. He completes the strikeout. The inning is over. McDowell works around a couple of walks, but no damage is done. 8-0 New Britain. The 5th is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSM Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long.
Shows all season long. Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching, your Sea Unicorns from Roger Williams College, number 26, Ryan Camp. Camp now pitching for Norwich.
Norwich has entered the bullpen for Ryan Camp, the Roger Williams product, making his 10th appearance of the summer. ERA locked in at 6.35, 3-1 the record for him. He's tied for the team lead in wins with Matt Wooten. Camp last pitched July 6th against Worcester. He went an inning in 2/3. Check that. Also pitched against the Lake Monsters last weekend. It seems as though that has not been updated yet. The 1-0 count is now even, a ball and a strike. Camp has 7 strikeouts to his 4 walks. Opponents are hitting almost 300 against him. 298 this summer. Looking to limit any damage here in this 5th inning after a 7-run 4th inning. Camp misses upstairs with ball 2. Leadoff man up in the inning for the Bees is their second baseman, P.J. Hughes. 9-1-2 for New Britain. Norwich has just for whatever reason this summer have had their woes against New Britain. It's really been all Bees in this series. 6-2 against Norwich. Plenty of 1-run games, a couple of 2-run games mixed in there. Sea Unicorns have just had their difficulties hitting, Bees pitching. The 2-2, cut and a miss, strike 3. Hughes goes fishing, and Camp has a strikeout of the leadoff man to start the 5th. Top of the order, here's the catcher, Caleb Miller. Not often you see a catcher in baseball bat leadoff. That's a credit to the athlete Miller is. Miller out of Union College, Rome, New York native. In the righty box, batting for the 4th time today. Camp's delivery home is on the ground to third. Nolan has it across the diamond, a high throw. That'll bounce out of play. And now strolling into second goes Miller. Second error committed today by the Norwich defense, and the Sea Unicorns again on pace for what they've done against the Bees as far as the defensive troubles have been. Norwich averages nearly 3 errors per game every time they see New Britain. There's the second of the ball game. Left side of the infield today for Norwich has been problematic. An error at short, now an error at third. Miller aboard. This will allow a chance for Cam Riggy. Cam misses up and away, ball 1. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard in the Futures League on this Thursday night. Camp set at the belt, the 1-0 home. Riggy watches ball 2. Bravehearts have a commanding 8-1 lead over Nashua. That's good news. Norwich trying to keep up with the Silver Knights. And the Lake Monsters leading 4-1 over Westfield. 2-0 to Riggy. This jams them inside. It's out of play. This is the real danger zone of the Bees order. The triple threat of all-stars here. It's started by Riggy. Riggy struck out, he's walked, he also has reached on an infield base hit. Man on at second is Miller, he reached on an error. The 2-1, that's in there, strike 2. Riggy headed to UConn. That continues a theme of players of his stature headed to UConn. Look around the Futures League. Jackson Marshall, 6 feet 8 inches. Now a cut and a miss, strike 3. Ryan Camp beats Riggy with the fastball, 2 down. Exactly what you're looking for from Camp after the error from CJ to help pick up his defense. Norwich making some roster moves today. They have added utility player Logan Charbonneau. He's also headed to UConn. Another one of those risers. He's 6 feet 7 inches. Talk about this recruiting class headed to UConn. 6'7", 6'8", and 6'4". Certainly some monsters at the plate. No balls, 1 strike to Colin Crowley. The 0-1. Now a grounder to short. Chard has it. He snaps it across the diamond in time. Camp works around the error committed by the Norwich third baseman. 8-0 Bees. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Well, thank you, Spencer. What trivia at Square Factory in Preston Wednesday nights at 6:30 p.m. Attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for the Bees. Connecticut College, number 34, Jake Harmony. Harmony now pitching for no Griffin.
I saw two. How come two?
Well, fans, it's finally time to meet our junior announcer this evening, brought to you by Fellows Chrysler Dodge Jeep brand of Norwich. I've been working so hard with these long innings. I really need a break tonight. And they're going to be entertained by Henry Roberts. He's visiting us all the way from Annapolis, Maryland. He'll be announcing the Seagull Nicholas batters in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah. About this team cares about the support. So that's good. Anyway. Hey, have fun, Adam. I will. Thanks for coming down. Yeah. So what are you doing here?
Just broadcasting.
Broadcasting, huh?
Yeah. Can't complain.
Right fielder, Jack Berth.
Joined now by Matt Lizzie with Capital Property Group. We're into the bottom of the fifth inning, 8-0 Bees. They've made a pitching change. Jake Harmony now in. Jack Byrne, the batter at the plate. Well, first of all, thanks for coming into the broadcast booth. We always enjoy having you at Dodd Stadium. What's it been like for you here at the ballpark?
Oh, it's been a good time. It's, besides the score, it's been a fun time. Everybody's enjoying it, and it's always good to see a baseball game, Brings you back to being a kid.
So nice to continue to have baseball here in Norwich. Byrne lifts a fly ball in the air. On the run is Stobley. It's foul. Count a ball and 2 strikes on the Fairfield product, Jack Byrne. I feel like the support of baseball in this community, it means so much to this area. Can you speak a little bit about maybe your experience of just having Dodd Stadium in Norwich?
Oh, I can remember coming here as when I was a kid when this place was packed, and I used to always have a good time. I used to love sitting. We used to sit right out over on the third base line, and it came quite a bit when I was a kid. I did enjoy it. And even seeing when my kid was coming up and watching him asking the kids for the autographs and having a good time with that, it's a good time.
We go back to those days when you talked about ballpark full and some of those Navigator days, the Defender days. Maybe bring us into a seat here at Dodd Stadium and maybe what that felt like coming to watch some of those games.
Again, I was probably very young when they first opened, and we used to come here all the time, so it was always exciting to see a team like that come out and play when they were especially when they're the Yankees. I hate saying that because it was a little more exciting then, but these kids here are fun to watch too.
Jack Byrne dumps an opposite field single into left field. Hopefully that starts the engine for the Norwich offense to get something going here in the home half of the fifth inning. Well, tell us a little bit about Capital Property Group, what customers can expect when they work with you guys, and what that's been like.
Yeah, we're a property management company. We specialize in condo associations. We got condos and apartments, including commercial property all through eastern Connecticut, and we're expanding further. So it's a good time. We work hard to keep our clients happy. We work hard to make sure we're staying above everybody else and doing something always better than our competition. And like I said, it's we got a full maintenance team, so we can come out and fix pretty much anything.
Swing and a miss there from Char to ball and 2 strikes. I guess what was the start for Capital Property Group? Maybe what made you go that direction to start a business like you have with Capital Property Group, and what's that journey been like?
It's been quite the interesting journey. I had a nice, cushy federal job before I went into it. Was quite bored out of my mind, so decided to get into real estate. The broker I worked for was he was a property manager as well, and I started working for him, realized I kind of liked that too, and started doing it. And my first clients were right here in Norwich, managing quite a bit of these right around Dodd Stadium.
Count is 3 balls, 2 strikes. I know that you guys have a suite here today at Dodd Stadium. What's the experience like watching the game up top in the suites?
It's quite comfortable. Got to say, a little hot, but quite comfortable. It's nice to see it coming down.
Nice play there by the first baseman, Jack Kane, who takes care of Spencer Chard. 1 down here in the Norwich 5th inning. This will turn over the lineup card for Aiden Stern. You spoke a little bit about the baseball that you've seen come through Dodd Stadium. Now with the MLB draft, a couple more former Sea Unicorns drafted to the major leagues. How exciting is that, especially for this community? That's over the head of the third baseman, Crowley, into left field. Norwich has something brewing here in the 5th inning. Stern on, runners at first and second.
I think it's something that Norwich really needs to start pushing, and you need to start advertising more. There should be a lot more people knowing this, because I think more people would get a little more excited for the game.
Well, certainly, and see a guy like A.J. Soldra, he just signed with the L.A. Dodgers. He's headed to the complex in Arizona. Landon Manzu, still on the Sea Unicorns roster, was selected by the Texas Rangers. And Cam Maldonado, 2022 Sea Unicorn, taken in the 7th round. And then you see a guy like Kalen Culpepper last summer. He was drafted in the 1st round by the Minnesota Twins. So it's nice to see some guys start to take that step in their baseball journey, and we know what's going on with Dodd Stadium. So much up in the air. I guess when you speak to maybe some of the community officials, how important it is to keep this going, especially this summer ball team that's been calling Dodd Stadium home for the last 4 years.
Yeah, it would be sad not to see them here, or see the city sell it. It
100%.
Really would be a sad thing.
Norwich hoping to create some momentum here in the 5th inning. Runners at first and second. Chase Chaplin, the batter. Righty's delivery home. A swing and a miss there. Strike 2. Mike Minarski down third base camera. He's getting a shot of us. We say hello to all of our family and friends tuning into the broadcast. Maybe if you can tell us a little bit about how this relationship between you and Mike started, and how fun this has been for you.
As far as how I met Mike, and I've met Mike, I couldn't even tell you how many years now. Quite a few years ago now. He came looking for some space to rent, so I hooked him up, and everything Mike does for the community, everything he does to try to help advertise and push everything, I had to be a part of it, and glad to help him out as well.
Chaplin down on strikes. 2 outs here for Norwich in the 5th inning against the new reliever in the ball game for the Bees. That is Jake Harmony. Norwich just looking for their first run of the series. This will mean a chance for Charlie Walsh. We're certainly excited to have you a part of the team, especially this summer, to continue to support the Norwich Sea Unicorns, SN Sports. How often has he had you come on his show? I know you were there with me a couple weeks ago. Walsh skies one in the air. This is playable out there in center field. Reisdorf makes the grab. We'll keep it here for a couple moments, but how much has he welcomed you onto his set over there?
Oh, he's always welcoming. He's definitely a great guy and great to work with.
Well, we certainly appreciate it. We'll step aside. 8-0 New Britain. The 6th is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
I'm at the top, that's one, not two or three. This real life, baby, don't make believe. I just make it look easy like ABC. I'm on it 24/7, 25/8. I just pick up the pace and I violate. I eat it all up like a dinner plate. I been on the move like I'm running late. Left, right, left, let's go. I'm unstoppable. I got money flowing in case you didn't know. They used to doubt me, now I got them like wow. Making boss moves, I've been on a roll. I'm blowing up, gotta put them on hold. I am the bag, that's what I've been told. I keep my cool under pressure like a boss. I'm all in, it don't matter what it costs. All I do is win and look good from the top. Let's go. I am unstoppable. Okay. I am unstoppable.
Leading off the top half of the sixth inning for the Bees, the left fielder, Brandon Stogler.
Back with you here at Dodd Stadium. We're into the sixth inning. Still joined by Matt Lizzie of Capital Property Group. Great to have you here at Dodd Stadium. The best seats in the house, I think, right here behind home plate.
Great seats. I like this.
The leadoff
nice
man up.
view of the pitch.
Here's Camp's delivery. This is hooked short. It's off the glove of a diving chart through into left field. Stableon and the All-Star continuing to display his power. I mean, you look at some of these players on the Bees lineup card. We saw Cam Riggy earlier, 6 feet 4 inches. This is no slight, nothing slight there from Brennan Stable. I mean, just the power of that lineup. Man on against Ryan Camp here to start the sixth inning. This will mean a chance for Jake Reisdorf. His RBI triple really changed the direction of this ball game. Camp comes home. Now a fly ball in the air. Headed into shallow medium left field. Coming on and making the running grab is Aiden Stern. There's one down. I guess for you, looking at this past year with Capital Property Group, what has that been like for you guys, and where do you see your business continuing to trend?
We've always grown the company just by word of mouth. This has been the first year we're actually pushing advertising, pushing to go and grow. So we're looking to push towards Rhode Island and towards Hartford area to start growing the company more.
That would be incredible to see. So are we talking about opening some more locations within those communities?
Yep, we're looking right now at office space out more towards the Hartford area. And we're going to start with that and start going from there.
Plenty of booming businesses, too, when you think about Hartford. A fly ball in the air. Jack Byrne has it played perfectly, puts it away, 2 down. I don't think he had to move. Can of corn for him out there. In right field, it takes care of Jack Kane. Right now you're in eastern Connecticut, and as you slowly start to move it towards the Hartford area, how exciting is that for you with how much businesses continue to spread there?
It's exciting and a lot of work. It's trying to rebuild everything and make sure everything is ready. You know, all your process is all set to go for the next person, so it's easy to understand.
I would imagine customer relations, customer retention is also very key for what you're trying to do. How important is that, if you can speak on that?
So right now we're in a good place. I brought in a good partner 2-3 years ago now. He's been pretty much running everything for me. So it's been a good time for us to start pushing. We've got another good manager, Mike Hauser. He does a great job. I couldn't do it without them. So I'm quite comfortable not being at my office every day, where I can help push the new office and get it set up the same exact way.
I would imagine that takes a little bit of stress off of your back. When you look at Westerly, I know you're not there yet. Hartford's the first area of concern, being located in Connecticut. But what excites you about the Westerly area? I know how beautiful it is with the beaches there.
It's quite beautiful. The hard part about Rhode Island is a lot of them are self-managed, which makes it hard for me. But it is a nice area. I go out there on my boat quite a bit over to Napatry, so I do enjoy that area, and it would be quite nice if I could actually just get off my boat and go to work.
That would be. I don't know if you could do it better than that. just fresh off the boat. Are you a fisherman too, or no?
I am not. I'm a sailor.
That's awesome.
I enjoy sailing.
I guess where's the most fun you've gone sailing before?
The most fun. I mean, it's all depends on the weather. You know, the more the wind, the better it is.
That's right. Have you gone international too, going into the Bahamas or different places like that off the coast of Florida, or has it primarily been on the East Coast?
It's been mostly the East Coast. It's hard to be a sailor when you work this hard, too.
That's right, 100%.
It's a little slower than a motorboat, so it takes us longer to get anywhere.
And I think you said you're a big golfer, too, so have you been able to get on the course at all?
I have. I played a few, charity events, and I played with my son. I'm not the big golfer. I play once in a while. I play with my son, who's the big golfer.
And I think if I remember right, he plays still in college?
No, he just finished his freshman year NFA.
Okay, so in high school, he's golfing
in
right
high
now.
School,
High school.
yeah.
Okay.
He plays tournaments everywhere.
That's awesome. I guess maybe some favorite courses that you've gotten to go on and play alongside him. I couldn't imagine anything better than being able to go out there and spend some time golfing with him.
I got to say, my favorite course was out in Sydney, Australia, or right outside Sydney, Australia. We had kangaroos all around us. Nice.
That's lined back up the middle. This is going to get down out to center field. Stabley
nice
races home. He scores that, gets beyond Harchie. Now advancing to third easily goes Brandon Gayer, taking second on an RBI base hit. Julius Rosado. And the floodgates continue for New Britain. They add on. It's 9-0 here in the sixth. Well, you talk about a team mashing the baseball. Well, I think hitting is contagious for the Bees.
Yes.
Inning not done yet.
Great hit. You couldn't ask for a better hit than that, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately for Norwich, it was barreled up there by Julius Rosado. This will keep the inning alive for P.J. Hughes. New Britain now 9 runs on 8 hits. Norwich has been held off the board, just 5 hits in the ball game, and at the hands of a potential mercy rule that comes into play at a 10-run lead. Runners at second and third for the Bees. Now a chopper to short. Charges in. Tough play at first. He races across, and Hughes is retired. The inning is over, so Camp allows just the 1 run. New Britain adds on. They lead by 9. The 7th is next when we come back.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency is a full-service organization with insurance products ranging from business owner policy needs to personal insurance like home, auto, and umbrella. Some companies can make that a one-stop shop. That's why we value partnering with insurance companies like Arbella Insurance. Like us, they offer a range of insurance coverage for our valued clients. Having your most valuable assets covered by a single insurance carrier, serviced by a local agent, is priceless. The Burns Agency proudly partners with Arbella to bring you insurance coverage at competitive pricing. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Dinosaurs are alive in 25 years and roaring strong. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. A perfect day trip or staycation right here in Connecticut. Route 85 Montville with easy access off Interstate 395 and 95. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Go to the Sea Unicorns Instagram page. Find the story about the All-Star Game and click on the link there. Be sure to vote for Jack Sweeney as one of the 2 players in the All-Star Game that the fans can vote for. And once again, that All-Star Game will be on Tuesday, July the 22nd at Polar Park in Worcester. On Monday, July the 21st, there'll be the Home Run Derby. That'll be at Fitton Field in Worcester.
Thanks a lot. Have fun. Thank you.
Fans, this week's Craftsmanship Tip of the Week is presented by Artisan Building and Remodeling. This week's Craftsmanship Tip of the Week: if you're thinking about a new roof, consider solar shingles. They offer the same protection as a traditional roof while also generating clean, renewable energy. It's a smart and sustainable upgrade built to last. Once again, Artisan Building and Remodeling. They're your trusted local experts in home improvement. Here's Anthony Tirado. He'll lead it off for Norwich. He's looking outside at ball one. So the Bees with a commanding 9-0 lead here over Norwich. We play into the bottom of the 6th inning. The 2-0 way outside. Now it's 3-0. Tirado has singled a left. He's also worked a walk. Tirado in the cleanup spot for the first time this summer. Hitters count 3-0. The righty set at the belt. The delivery is on the inside corner. Strike one. Tirado has the count full. It's a 3-ball, 2-strike count on the Norwich center fielder. Harmony working his second inning of relief. He worked a scoreless 5th inning on 3-2. That's up and away. Ball 4. Tirado works a leadoff walk to begin matters in the Norwich 6th inning.
The designated hitter, Ryan Thompson.
This will bring up the designated hitter, Ryan Thompson. Thompson so far today for Norwich has popped out to first. He's also walked. Tirado aboard at first. He's been picked off today. Wouldn't mind him trying to really force the issue. Sea Unicorns just trying to get on the board today. Bees have shut out Norwich through their first 14 innings of the series. This is bounced foul. Norwich back in action tomorrow. Friday night baseball against the Worcester Bravehearts. The Hearts of the Commonwealth head into the Road City. Norwich has, believe it or not, has had success against Worcester. Now a dribbler back to the mound. Underhand flipping is Harmony. Thompson retired and advancing 90 feet is Tirado on the fielder's choice ground out. This will bring up the catcher, Clay Harchie. Man on second, one out. Harmony, the new arm, second. Check that 3rd appearance of the summer for the righty. Archie fouls away, strike one. Jake made his Futures League debut on July 9th against Vermont in a 9-4 win over the Lake Monsters. He went an inning in 2/3, allowed 2 earned runs. He's allowed an earned run in each of his first 2 outings. Last trip out was against Nashua. Went 3 1/3 innings out of the New Britain bullpen. The 0-1 to Harchie. Downstairs, Miller blocks it nicely. The count is even. Over 3 1/3 at Holman Stadium. Harmony allowed 3 earned runs on 5 hits in a 7-5 loss against Nashua. Harmony suffered the loss in the outing. Even count, a ball and a strike on Clay Harchie. Righty set at the belt, the 1-1 home. A swing and a miss, strike 2. It was a 1-0 win yesterday at Dodd Stadium. Norwich just trying to break up the shutout bid. The 1-2. Softly hit bouncer to third. Charging in is Crowley. Will let it roll foul. A wise play by the All-Star third baseman, Colin Crowley. He would have had no chance to gun down Clay Harchie. He would have legged out an infield single. That would have also allowed Thompson, check that, Torado, to advance to third. Norwich just looking for some energy here and reignite the offense. Talked about how dominant the Bees pitching staff has. You look at their All-Star representatives, 6 of the 9 are a part of their pitching staff. A ball and 2 strikes on Clay Harchie. Harmony ready to work on 1-2. Now he tops it over to second. There to make the play on it is P.J. Hughes. 2 down in the inning. New Britain as a pitching staff this summer has pitched to a team ERA of 4.14. Here's the third baseman, C.J. Nolan. Fans, we invite you out for Sunday Fun Day on Sunday, July the 20th, when the Norwich Sea Unicorns host the Worcester Bravehearts. 1 p.m. first pitch, Sunday Fun Day with post-game kids around the bases and have a catch in the outfield. Children 12 and under are invited on the field following the game to run the bases one time and have a catch in the outfield with their families for 15 minutes. Baseballs for Have a Catch are presented by CT Dot. Sundays are also our First Mates Club Day. First Mates Club is open to children 12 and under. As a member, you will receive a ticket to every Sunday home game, receive a t-shirt and a credential to show off your membership in style. Receive discounts at concessions and merchandise stands on Sundays, presented by K&H Equipment of Plainfield. Nolan swings through strike 2. Now full count control for Jake Harmony. This is lifted off the end of the bat. Foul territory into the seats down the right field side, into the patch of grass out there. Still no balls and 2 strikes on C.J. Nolan, who has singled to right. He's also struck out. That's way outside for ball 1. Fans, Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, a new name with the same great people and service you know is coming soon. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank, a division of Ascend Bank. A ball and 2 strikes to Nolan. The 1-2. That is just outside. Borderline pitch. It goes CJ's way. Toronto's the base runner at third. He represents the first run of the series for Norwich. Harmony set the 2-2. This is over the head of the leaping shortstop Rosado. C.J. Nolan with an RBI base hit into left field. Torado scores, and the Sea Unicorns on the board for the first time here tonight. So the shutout bid has finally been broken up. A multi-hit effort. It was a liner over the leaping reach of Julius Rosado, who was hoping to climb the ladder. CJ wouldn't be denied, and the Norwich Sea Unicorn offense is finally awakened. Aggressive on the first pitch goes Jack Byrne. Count is no balls, 1 strike. One run on 6 hits tonight for Norwich. Now a bouncing ball hit to short. Charging in is the shortstop Rosado. He's got no play at first. Byrne races his way aboard. And Norwich has a couple of men on with 2 outs here in the home 6. We'll see if they charge it as an error against Rosado. They will on a little dribbler. Hit to the New Britain shortstop. Now a foul off out of play. Chard frustrated. He knew it right away. Count, no balls, 1 strike on the Norwich shortstop. Spencer Chard trying to redeem himself after the error he committed earlier today in the 4th inning. Norwich has a couple of runners on with 2 outs. Unicorns trying to strike against Harmony for some add-on runs and try and chip away at the Bees' lead. That's in there, strike 2. At the bottom of the zone on the outside corner. Chard today is grounded out to 3rd. He also has popped out to 1st. The 0-2. That's gets behind Miller. And runners are going to advance everywhere. CJ to 3rd. Byrne to 2nd. Plenty of speed on the Unicorns' bases right now. Or it's just looking for any means possible to light up the offense. Important runs, stand aboard in scoring position. Ball and 2 strikes on the Southern Connecticut State product, Spencer Chard. The 1-2. This is grounded right back to the mound. Snagging it is Harmony. The underhand tosses to 1st. The inning is over. CJ gets the Unicorns on the board. It's an RBI single to left field. 9-1 New Britain. The 7th is next on the Futures League Baseball Network. And watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
A reminder, fans, that beer sales will end at the end of the 7th inning.
Headed to the top of the 7th inning. Norwich is making a pitching change for Yukon riser Bryce Detweiler. Well, we know the power he has with his bat. He also can bring the heat on the mound. Detweiler is making his
Detweiler now pitching for Norwich.
2nd appearance of the summer. He worked a scoreless inning against New Britain in what was a lopsided win for the Bees, 7-1 on June 29th. That was the last outing for the righty Bryce Detweiler out of Shillington, Pennsylvania, 6 feet 1 inch, 200 pounds. Is the new arm in the game for Norwich. Fans, we invite you to come out to Dodd Stadium for First Responders Night on Friday, July 25th, when the Unicorns play host to the Nashua Silver Knights. Norwich will also be in their Norwich City Connect uniforms. Join the Unicorns as we thank our first responders. Special ticket pricing for first responders are available by calling our front office or visiting the Dodd Stadium. Once again, First Responder Night is presented by Hartford Healthcare. Post-game fireworks following the ball game next Friday, July 25th. Once again, it's unity in the community. Tomorrow we'll get to all of that in a moment. Detweiler's first pitch is a come-and-get-me fastball swung on and missed, strike 1. Chasing the high heat there was the leadoff man, Caleb Miller. Look for positives in a game for Norwich. Detweiler now way ahead of Miller. No balls, 2 strikes. Just starting to get the offense going. Now 6 hits in the ball game. A long road to go for Norwich if they have any hopes in making it a ball game. Now Detweiler says good morning, good afternoon, good night. He blows the smoke by Miller. 1 down. Here's the right fielder, Cam Riggy. That's serious stuff for Detweiler. That's 4 straight all over the strike zone. Now he's ahead of Riggy. He's fouled away for strike 2. Detweiler has come in and attacked so far 5 straight strikes. Trying to take care of the big man Cam Riggy, who's at the plate for the 5th time today, the 0-2. This is popped up. This is headed into the seats, first base side. It's out of play. It's 0-2 on Riggy. The pitch home is in there. Strike 3. Bryce Detweiler locks up Riggy. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the New Britain 7th. Fans at Griswold Dental, their goal is to create a trusting relationship with patients where their comfort and health is our first priority. Start your journey to better health today at griswolddental.net. This is through into left field, so attacking on the first pitch home is Colin Crowley. Stumbled around the first base bag. It's the 9th hit of the night for the Bees offense. Detweiler will have to manage with the man on with 2 down. Here's the cleanup hitter, Brendan Stabley. Stabley singled to left field his last time up. He's also struck out twice and has grounded out to short. Detweiler ahead of Stabley, no balls, 1 strike. The 0-1. That's inside. The count is even. Man, substance use disorder does not discriminate who it affects, and it affects more than just the individual. The effects of substance use impact our whole society. Learn more at griswoldpride.org. A wave and a miss, strike 2. Detweiler has been a strike machine so far in this outing. I mean, we know the power he has, but to be able to command the zone as a riser is impressive. Now reaching out and tapping it to the mound is Stabley. Detweiler underhand tosses to Chaplin. The inning is over. So just the 2-out base hit for Crowley. And Detweiler breezes through New Britain in the 7th. It's stretch time here in Norwich. It's presented by GOAT Physical Therapy and Wellness. Fans, is your body throwing wild pitches? Don't settle for the big box physical therapy where you're just another number. At GOAT Physical Therapy and Wellness in Waterford, we deliver major league care. From everyday aches to pelvic health, fitness for beginners, and even treatment used by professional athletes, you'll get one-on-one time with expert therapists to treat the whole you. Not just a sore spot. No assembly lines. No insurance headaches. Just real results. Step up to the plate at GOAT PT, the greatest of all time in physical therapy. Visit GoPT.com to book your free phone consultation today.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962, and reserve your suite today. Fans, we can't wait to see you here tomorrow night for Unity in the Community. Post-game fireworks as well. Join the Sea Unicorns as we show our appreciation to many outstanding organizations in the greater Norwich community, presented by Pro Health Physicians. Also, post-game fireworks tomorrow as well. It's Masonic Family Night, and the K Cancer Echo Foundation join the Sea Unicorns in the fight against cancer. On this night, the Sea Unicorns will be selling K Cancer cards for $1 each, and all money raised from the sale of these cards will be donated to the Echo Cancer Foundation to help support the battle against cancer. Also, post-game fireworks tomorrow as the Norwich Sea Unicorns will wear their special Norwich City Connect uniforms. Aiden Stern trying to light up the Norwich offense. That's the top of the Norwich order against a new arm in the ball game for New Britain. Matt Gedman has turned things over to right-hander number 53, Connor Willett out of Eastern Connecticut State, rising senior out of Rockfall, Connecticut. Count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike on Aiden Stern. Stern has a couple of hits today. Now in protection mode, a ball and 2 strikes. Willett so far this summer has pitched to an ERA of 4.5, 0-1 in 9 appearances, all out of the New Britain bullpen. Now a broken bat saws off Stern, and P.J. Hughes completes the ground out. 1 down. Stern carried that bat with him more than halfway up the baseline before he dropped it. Willett sawed him off, and the leadoff man retired to start the Norwich Hopes in the 7th inning. Chase Chaplin, the batter now for Norwich. Willett goes way inside, and he plunks him. Norwich has a man on to be with the man out. Charlie Walsh was robbed of a potential double his last trip up. Brennan Stabley with an excellent route out in deep left field towards the corner. Retired Walsh. Charlie has those high socks on for himself. Ready, kicks and deals outside with the fastball, ball 1. Chap so far today has struck out a couple times. He's also bounced into a double play. Now a foul off for strike 1. Walsh is 0 for 3 with the strikeout. He's flied out a couple of times. Now he sends it softly in the air. Stabley on the run. He makes the catch on the run. Nice running catch out there for Brennan Stabley to reel it in for the 2nd out of the inning. 3rd time today, Walsh has flied out. Here's the cleanup man, Anthony Tirado, who has reached base safely in all 3 of his plate appearances, a couple of walks and a base hit. Tirado looks at ball 1, it misses inside. 1-0 to Toronto. Aboard is Chaplin. He was hit by a pitch. This should get Willett out of the inning. A long run. No one's going to have a play on it. So a bloop single for Anthony Toronto. It falls in front of the center fielder, Reisdorf. It had plenty of hang time in the air, but the outfield defense was playing back far enough that they couldn't run to make the catch. Toronto takes it. A multi-hit effort for himself. On base 4 times. This will allow an opportunity for Ryan Thompson to bat with a couple of men on. Norwich now with 7 hits on the ball game. Look back at this night. It's really the 4th inning that spelled trouble today. A 7-run 4th inning for New Britain. Just really changed the complexion of this ball game. Brendan Grady walked the first couple men he saw, and that was really the beginning of the end for him. Norwich made an error defensively that inning. And then Jake Reisdorf with the bases clearing triple was the real knockout punch. Just took the wind out of the sails from this Norwich group. You knew you had to pitch well, but you also had to play lights out defense. With Garrett Garbinski, who towed the mound to start this ball game. This is on the ground to short. Rosado will go the short way to Hughes, covering the second base bag. And Willett gets out of it. So a couple of 2-out hits for Norwich. And the hit batter, Norwich strands a couple. The 8th is next. 9-1 Bees.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at seaunicorns.milbstore.com. That's seaunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. Headed to the top of the 8th inning, 9-1 New Britain. Bryce Detweiler breezed through the top of the Bees order in the 7th inning, a couple of strikeouts. He gets the nod here for his 2nd inning of work. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up for Matt Gedman. Jake Reisdorf had the big blast so far. The RBI bases clearing triple will stand in there against the riser Bryce Detweiler. Reisdorf is 2 for 4 today. He's also hit into a fielder's choice groundout and has fly to left. Righty on lefty matchup. The 0-1. That just misses. And the count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's on the outside corner. Strike 2. Reisdorf out of Southern New Hampshire with the penman 1-2 pitch is on the outside corner, strike 3. Bryce Detweiler has 3 strikeouts since entering the ball game, and he has the leadoff man retired to start the Bees' 8th. Tomorrow, Norwich will send a new arm to the rubber. It'll be the Amherst product, Matt Tabbitt. He will make his first appearance of the summer. Tabbitt pitched at Amherst, .574 the ERA, over 28 2/3 innings worked. It'll be Matt Tabbitt, the righty, on the mound for Norwich. Tabet. Our apologies on the misspelling. It's not tablet, but Tabbitt it is. Tomorrow for Norwich, he's the listed probable. Norwich continuing to find some reinforcements here on the pitching staff. Norwich with 3 open roster spots available at their disposal. Detweiler has the count even. The 2-2. Losing the bat and fouling it off is the pinch hitter here, JT Clark. So Clark is hitting in the spot of Jack Kane. He'll presumably play first base. Now a bouncing ball headed to second. Walsh charges in. He underhand tosses to Chase Chaplin. 2 down. Yeah, really have to like the effort Bryce Detweiler has given Kyle Dombrowski, and also some real important length. Norwich has a doubleheader upcoming on Saturday at New Britain Stadium. Have to wonder if Detweiler will be in the conversation. Now a fly ball in the air out to straightaway center field. Underneath it is Toronto. Detweiler retires. New Britain in order here in the 8th. Still a 9-1 lead for the visitors.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Norwich will be in their special City Connect jerseys tomorrow night when the Sea Unicorns play host to the Worcester Bravehearts. Unity in the community. Norwich will don the Rose of New England jerseys to show their strong connection to the city they call home. Featuring 3 blue sections to signify the 3 rivers of Norwich, as well as being emblazoned in the front red section with the Rose of New England. Those special jerseys are presented by Dime Bank. Upcoming City Connect uniform ball games include Friday, July 25th, Friday, August 1st, and Fan Appreciation Day, August 7th. Clay Hartshee leads it off into the bottom of the 8th. And the first delivery home misses for ball 1. It's really been the 4th inning today that has changed the course of the ball game. New Britain opened the floodgates, 7 runs. Hartshee sends it to second base. On the run and making the play is P.J. Hughes in short right field. A rangy play from the Bees middle infielder. Well, New Britain has really had it all. Some great pitching, some great defense, and a big inning today. One gone. Here's C.J. Nolan, who's been a bright spot offensively, a multi-hit day for himself. Also an RBI. That was back in the sixth inning tonight. Working ahead is Connor Willett. Second inning of work for the Eastern Connecticut State product. The 0-1 home. This is skied in the air a mile high. Underneath it out there in straightaway center field is Reisdorf. He retires Nolan, 2 down. So I'll bring up the right fielder, Jack Byrne. Fans, Strain Family Motors, it's not a car. It's not a motorcycle. It's a slingshot. Rent one from Strain Family Motors in Lisbon. Get that wind in your hair sensation when you rent a slingshot from Strain Family Motors. SFMslingshots.com. The throw is offline from Rosado. Byrne reaches. And Norwich has a 2-out base runner. See if they record it as an error against Rosado. Nothing up on the big board. I'd have to imagine it would be counted as an error. Byrne does reach. He has elite speed. Still no official decision. We'll see what they will score it. Well, they gave Jack Byrne an infield single. They give him a credit to his speed. It really hurries up, speeds up the cadence for opposing defenses. Byrne hopping around. Willett slots into the outside corner. He's ahead, strike one. Fans, Jewett City Savings Bank, your hometown bank for over 125 years. Start a new account at jcsbank.com or come into one of our convenient offices and find out why we are your community bank. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fans, tune in for Mondays with Lunch with the Sea Unicorns live from SNSN Studios. We have the latest updates on the Norwich Sea Unicorns here from current players. Some alumni, the coaching staff. Byrne is going. The pitch is outside. Miller's throwdown is a good one. It's not in time. Jack Byrne with a swipe of second. And Norwich has a runner in scoring position. That's the little details of a game you look for just to make an impact. Byrne does it. Spencer Chard is the batter. Still looking for his first hit of the night. Willett ready. The 3-1 is upstairs. Ball 4. Fans dine in weekly on Mondays for breakfast with Ben. We say hello to you and 321 Media Group. Thank them for continuing to carry our broadcast all summer long. Always a lot of fun chatting with Ben Barber of 321 Media Group. You don't want to miss it. Mondays at 9:30. Toronto, check that. Stern the batter. Sometimes it's easy to mistake them for one another. Both lefties, both with the gold spikes. The 1-0. Now this is cranked out to right field. Sliding, unable to come up with the baseball out there is Riggy. Scoring is Jack Byrne. RBI base hit for Aiden Stern. A 3-hit night for the All-Star. And Norwich makes it 9-2. There's your DB Lunt feeling electric play of the game. Aiden Stern again with a monster night at the plate. Just continues to rake this summer. Inning will continue for the All-Star first baseman, Chase Chaplin. Now on the move is Stern. That'll go into center field, scoring on the executed double steal. for Norwich is Spencer Chard. And Norwich has made it 9-3. Norwich executes the double steal. It was a strong throw from Caleb Miller. A nice backup there by Rosado. Back in the count is Willett. The count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chaplin protecting with 2 strikes. Couple runs in the 8th inning. That misses. The count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Willett in his 2nd summer in the Futures League with New Britain. We've seen Norwich really have some late life throughout the early goings of the season. Now this is lofted. It's over the head of the second baseman Hughes. Green light for Aiden Stern. He will score. RBI base hit for the All-Star Chase Chaplin. And Norwich has cut into the Bees' lead. It's 9-4. Norwich trying to inject some late life into this game. Here comes the pitching coach for the Bees, Shane Bogill. He'll chat things over with the entire New Britain infield defense. Willett has been rocked for 3 runs here in the 8th inning. And the meat of the Norwich order due up. It's Charlie Walsh. Four straight have reached base safely. You look back at the Jack Byrne infield single. You don't think much about it at the time. He goes ahead, he swipes second. Chard draws a walk, and then the top of the order with some production. Back-to-back RBI singles. First Stern, now Chaplin. Walsh trying to keep the line moving and pass the baton for Anthony Tirado. He waits on deck. Off-speed pitch is outside, ball 1. Chaplin not much of a base stealer. So we'll see if Norwich thinks about trying to advance him. That's outside. It's now 2-0. Have to wonder, the more this game tightens up, if Mac Edmond thinks about going into his leverage arms. He's got plenty of them. You look at the all-star class for the Bees this summer. Adam Merritt, Evan Mello, Carson Parrott, all a part of the pitching staff, Carson Parrott. So, again, a number of options. That's up and away for ball 3. Zach Zajac as well. Joe DiRienzo, we've seen him start. We've seen Carson Parrott start for that matter as well. But have to imagine in this rivalry game with the playoff implications, this is driven back up the middle, a base hit. 5 straight have reached base safely, 3 straight singles. And the Norwich offense has gone to work here in the 8th inning. Here's the center fielder, Anthony Tirado. Norwich is always good for one of these late inning surges. They've had a couple of them. They haven't fully completed the mission. Willett slots into the inside corner, strike 1. Willett last summer pitched to a 3.52 ERA. He was an all-star. He represented Team Rose City in the all-star game. He worked a scoreless inning with a couple strikeouts there. Willett way ahead of Tirado at 0-2. Set up outside is Miller. He wanted it upstairs. He got it from the Eastern product, trying to raise the eye level of Anthony Tirado. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Tirado has a couple of hits. He's walked twice on 1 and 2. That's way outside. The count is even. New Britain bullpen starting to stir. Willett has been challenged here in the 8th inning. Norwich has struck for 3, looking for more. All 2s across the board. On 2-2 to Toronto, it's fought off foul. Norwich trying to step on the gas pedal. Thompson is the man in the on-deck circle if the inning were to continue. Righty on lefty matchup, the 2-2 home. Up and away, the count is full. That's a lefty. Toronto has the advantage against the right-hander. Willett set at the belt. Now a full count pitch home. The runners get the auto start. This is slugged away foul. Walsh and Chaplin both going in a full count with 2 outs. Toronto just trying to pass the baton and further the damage. The 3-2 is upstairs. Willett walks Toronto, and Norwich has loaded the bases here in the 8th. A chance now for Ryan Thompson. It's a right-hander loosening for Matt Gedman. Ryan Thompson looking for a big swing here in the 8th inning. Matt Gedman has come out of the Bees dugout, third base side. He is going to make a pitching change in a bases loaded situation with 2 outs. Ryan Thompson will bat. Don't go anywhere. Norwich threatening in the bottom of the 8th. The noise is loud. But talk, that's never won a game. A swing and a miss, he struck him out. But staying on top, that's the true battle. The rosters change, but the heart beats the same. The mission is still alive. This is lifted out to left field. You can't forget about it. This is well struck. It is hit deep out to left field. Good throw home. It's cut off. It's a tie game. A shot at number 3. 2-2. This is thrown to left field. It's going to win the ball game. On behalf of everyone with the Norwich Sea Unicorns, SNSN Sports, I'm Adam Plager saying so long and good night. New Bern has gone to their all-star closer, Zach Zajac, out of the bullpen here in the bottom of the 8th inning with the bases loaded. Zajac this summer has been as good as they come out of the Bees bullpen. Hence the reason why he gets the baseball here from Matt Gedman. Holding on to a 5-run lead, but it doesn't feel so big right now. Ryan Thompson will greet him as the RPI product rising senior out of Cromwell, Connecticut, will enter the stage. 0-3 the record for Zajac, but don't be fooled. .275 the ERA. It's his 14th appearance of the summer. 19 and a third innings worked, and Boise owned the Norwich offense. It's the 4th time this summer Zajac has faced Norwich and has yet to allow an earned run over 4 innings. Zajac's first delivery home is a fizzler to first. This should do it. 1 pitch is all that's needed. It jammed Thompson, and Zajac escapes the bases loaded jam. 9-4 Bees. The 9th is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
Buy better. Better at Berth. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
The Burns Agency is a full-service organization with insurance products ranging from business owner policy needs to personal insurance like home, auto, and umbrella. Some companies can make that a one-stop shop. That's why we value partnering with insurance companies like Arbella Insurance. Like us, they offer a range of insurance coverage for our valued clients. Having your most valuable assets covered by a single insurance carrier, serviced by a local agent, is priceless. The Burns Agency proudly partners with Arbella to bring you insurance coverage at competitive pricing. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Dinosaurs are alive in 25 years and roaring strong. The Dinosaur Place is the largest dinosaur-themed family fun park in New England. A lot of value for one-of-a-kind attractions. Over 100 life-size dinosaurs, nature trails, and playscapes. Visit our popular T-Rex Tower and zero-depth dino-themed splash pad. A perfect day trip or staycation right here in Connecticut. Route 85 Montville with easy access off Interstate 395 and 95. Plan your next adventure. Go to thedinosaurplace.com.
Leading off the company, ninth inning for the Bees, the shortstop, Julius Rosado.
Norwich has made a pitching change for the Central Connecticut State product, Bryson Plant. Norwich has cut into the Bees' lead, a 3-run 8th inning, but squandered maybe their best chance of the game. They had the bases loaded. Zach Zajac needed just one pitch to end the threat. Plant now in the southpaw. Out of Brooklyn, Connecticut. Rising junior at Central has pitched to a 7.87 ERA. His first outing since June 24th. It's been 3 weeks since he's towed the rubber, the 2-1. That tied up Harchie. The count is 3-1. I think they were crossed up on signs. That is never anything you want to see. Fans, Stilley's Automotive is your full-service auto repair and sales center and a Connecticut certified emissions testing facility. From oil changes to engine work, Stilley's does it all, serving Eastern Connecticut since 2007. See why so many drivers count on Stilley's Automotive in Lisbon to keep their vehicles running right. The 3-1 skips all the way to the backstop. And Plant loses the leadoff man here to start the 9th inning. So Rosado on. Here's the second baseman, P.J. Hughes. This is the part of the order you have to attack. You already know how scary the top of the order is, especially 2, 3, and 4. Rosado on. Here's Hughes. The pitch. Down and away. Ball 1. Fans, Cal's Appliances. Cal doesn't sell appliances. He fixes them. With years of experience and a reputation for honest, reliable work, Cal's Appliances offers residential appliance repair across all of Eastern Connecticut. Whether it's your fridge, washer, or stove that's acting up, Cal gets the job done right. Call Cal's Appliances and get your household back on track. No sales pitch, just service. Man on, 2-0 the count. Atlanta's battled some command troubles to begin the inning. Now 7 of his first 8 have missed the zone. It's a 3-0 count on Hughes. I imagine he's taking the whole way. He's going to force playing into the zone. Now he gets a outer rim strike. PJ so far today has reached on an air. He's struck out a couple times and has grounded out. It's 3-1 in motion. Now a swing and a miss for strike 2. Taking second is Rosado. He's into scoring position. A difficult play for Harchie to even think about throwing down. Probably a wise choice to keep the ball tucked away. Last thing you want to do is send it into center field and allow Rosado to take third. Now a tapper foul. Plant has faced New Britain this summer. He allowed 1 run. It was unearned back on June 11th. He walked a couple. Walks have been a problem for Plant over the summer. 10 walks to 6 strikeouts. He's battling in a full count with the number 9 hitter. Looking for the first out here in the top of the 9th. Approaching 3 hours on the game mark here tonight. The 3-2, that's way inside. Plant walks Hughes, and now 2 on to start the 9th inning. Now the strikeout to walk ratio is 2-1 in favor of the base on ball category. This is, especially at this level, you just can't get away with the free passes. That's what really stirred up the New Britain offense in the 4th inning. Similar picture in the 9th. Wipeout changeup off the table, strike 1. Here's the leadoff man, Caleb Miller. The board at first is Hughes. Rosado stands in scoring position at second. Even count though, 1-1 from Plant. This is lifted out to right field. It's falling in a hurry. Byrne has a beat on it. He makes the grab. Good route out there for Jack Byrne. And Plant as the leadoff man in the order retired. Here's the big man, Cam Riggy, with 2 on and 1 out. I feel like these are must-get outs for Plant, especially a reliever who has been so in and out of the bullpen this summer. Have to make the most of your opportunities. Now this bounces away. It goes all the way to the backstop. And both runners into scoring position. Rosado to third, Hughes to second. I would think Norwich would think about moving the infield defense in, but it's a 5-run game in the 9th inning. Norwich just looking for outs. They'll keep their infield defense at the same alignment here. It's 1-0 to Riggy. Cam so far today has struck out 3 times. He's also reached on a walk. 1-0. Fastball on the outside corner as the count even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Riggy this summer is hitting .268, 13 RBIs for him. On 1-2 from Plant. Excellent block back there by Harchie. Count still even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Plant looking for a put-away pitch. Lefty on lefty matchup. 2 on, both in scoring position in the top of the 9th. Plant set at the belt. The lefty kicks and deals. Way outside, ball 3. Both runners have reached base safely on a couple of walks. Plant has the count full from 1-2. It's 3-2. Riggy has home run power. He has 3 of those. Now he swings and misses. 4th time today. He struck out, a critical one for Plant. He had the count full. 2 outs. Here's the third baseman, Colin Crowley. Some days that's just the way the cookie crumbles. That doesn't take away anything from the season Riggy has, especially a riser who just completed his high school career. He'll be a fun player to watch when he enters stores at UConn in the fall. The Huskies have big plans for their first baseman headed there. It's going to be quite a battle. Now a bouncing ball to short. Chard has it on a hop. He fires across the diamond. Chaplin stretches out. Plant works around a couple of walks to start the 9th. Norwich looking to battle back. It's a 5-run lead for New Britain. The bottom of the 9th is next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SNSN Sports.
It's the Make This the Summer event going on now at Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich. Make this the summer that you try something new and fun. Make this the summer you say I do to a new vehicle that you can custom order online at falveys.com or stop into the dealership. Falvey's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Norwich, just down the road from Mohegan Sun.
Falvey's, you're gonna love it.
Sea Unicorn fans, want to watch the Sea Unicorns like a VIP? Book a Dodd Stadium luxury suite, perfect for business outings, birthdays, or a night out with friends. Enjoy indoor and outdoor seating, a flat screen TV, your own private server, and the option to pre-order from our catering menu, all while catching every pitch in comfort. Order your luxury suite today for just $500 for up to 20 guests, or go big with a double suite for $900 and bring 40. Don't miss out. Call now, 860-887-7962 and reserve your suite today. Fans, big family with life-size dinosaurs. Amazing adventures await at the Dinosaur Place. It's the largest dinosaur park in New England, located on Route 85 in Montville, Connecticut, right on the way to the shore. Come face-to-face with roaring replicas, explore the trails, and make unforgettable memories. Visit thedinosaurplace.com to plan your trip today. Here's Clay Harchie to lead it off. Zach Zajac back out for the bottom of the 9th. He entered in a bases-loaded jam with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. He deals in strike 1. Impressive work by Bryson Plant to work around a couple of walks to start the top of the 9th. He's kept it a 5-run game. Norwich has out-hit the Bees today, 11-9. Pounding away, strike 2 foul is the Norwich catcher, Clay Harchie. Clay was a dual sport athlete growing up, hockey and a baseball fan. His father, Todd, played in the American League for the Providence Bruins and always has talked about how important the game of hockey is to his family. It holds a special place in his heart. He grew up a Boston Bruins fan and now has had to deal with the loss of Brad Marchand, who we thought would be a forever Bruin. I think many did. Just won the Stanley Cup with the Panthers. Now he cuts and misses for strike 3. Archie strikes out to begin the 9th. And what has continued to be a dominant run out of the Bees bullpen for Zach Zajac. I mean, just ridiculous numbers for Zajac, especially against Norwich. In 4 innings against the Sea Unicorns. He has not allowed a single hit. He has 4, check that now, 5 strikeouts to 2 walks. The only base runners he's allowed have come on a couple of walks he's issued. Hardy cut from CJ. He's empty for strike one. Miller set up outside. It's 0-1 on the Norwich third baseman. Now he chops away. Strike two, foul. Norwich this summer at home is 9-10 at Dodd Stadium. These are the games you just have to find a way, especially at home. So we approach the All-Star break. The 0-2. Bounding ball to short. A high hop collected there by Rosado. He snaps it across the diamond. Reaching out is JT Clark. He holds on to the first base cushion. Nolan is retired, and Norwich is down to their final out tonight.
The right fielder, Jack Berth.
Jack Byrne, the final hope for Norwich here tonight as he comes up empty on strike one. Futures League All-Star game headed to Polar Park. Home Run Derby will begin the All-Star game festivities on Monday. Now a swing and a miss, strike two. New Britain a strike away from sweeping the mini two-game series against the Sea Unicorns in what has been a pivotal matchup. Norwich has just had their struggles against New Britain this summer, in danger of falling to 2-7 against Mac Edmonds' squad. Sajak has Norwich down to their final strike tonight. It's no balls and two strikes on Jack Byrne. On 0-2. It bounces downstairs for ball one. Byrne started the eighth inning rally for Norwich. He legged out an infield single to short. Sajak has him on the ropes. A ball and two strikes. It's 1-2. Ready to the plate. A swing and a miss. Couple strikeouts for Zajac, and that's the end of the night for Norwich. They fall to the Bees 9-5 on this thirsty Thursday. Norwich will try and salvage the three-game homestand tomorrow night. And when the first place Worcester Bravehearts come to town, Matt Tabbitt will make his Sea Unicorns season debut, his Futures League debut, the Amherst product, trying to lead Norwich back into the win column. Norwich falls to 18-22 on the summer, and the Bees pick up win number 19. They're now 19-24. The Capital Property Group postgame show is headed your way next.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Hey, Sea Unicorn fans, ready to rep your Norwich Sea Unicorns? Dive into the point-of-sale team store. From hats and jerseys to gear that covers every base, show your Sea Unicorn spirit and style. From ballpark essentials to unique souvenirs, there's something for every fan in the pod. Stop by during any home game or shop anytime at cunicorns.milbstore.com. That's cunicorns.milbstore.com. The point-of-sale team store has you covered all season long. The Bees winners here. They sweep the mini two-game set. They take it final score 9-4 here tonight at Dodd Stadium. Fans, the All-Star game is headed to the heart of the Commonwealth. Here's everything you need to know. You can get your tickets right now. We want to see you there. Fitton Field on Monday night. You can watch the baseballs fly out of Fitton Field. Norwich has shown plenty of power this summer every time they've gone to Fitton Field. You can be sure to catch some Sea Unicorns home runs. We can't wait to see you there. The Home Run Derby will take place at 6:30, 5 p.m. There are craft beer tent opens at 5:30. The general gates open, and then the All-Star game is at 7:30 p.m. live on Nesson Tuesday night at 3 p.m. The gates open. American Legion game is first at 4 p.m. Once again, Polar Park, the hosting site of the 2025 Futures League All-Star Game. See the game's brightest stars on display out of the Futures League. A.J. Solder, who was Sea Unicorns representative, was drafted by the LA Dodgers, so you never know. Some great talent throughout the Futures League. We want to make sure you're there. Polar Park on Tuesday, July 22nd. Norwich, 4 representatives. And the Bees, who are just here, they have 9 representing the New Britain Bees. We'll take our first time out on the Norwich Sea Unicorns postgame show. It's presented by Capital Property Group. We'll get into the recap of tonight's ball game. New Britain wins it 9-4.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Looking for the perfect shed? Come to SCR Structures and Sheds in North Franklin. Whether you're buying or renting to own, we've got you covered with 90 days, same as cash, and guaranteed price matching on any competitor's advertised shed of the same quality. That's scr-structures.com. That's SCR Structures and Sheds, built right, priced right here in North Franklin. scr-structures.com.
Welcome back into the Norwich Sea Unicorns Capital Property Group postgame show. I want to give a big thanks out to Matt Lizzie for coming in, chatting with us here today during the middle innings. He was right here in the broadcast booth during the 5th and 6th innings. Once again, every Norwich Sea Unicorns postgame show is proudly presented by Capital Property Group. The Bees winners here today. They take the 2-game set. They win it. Final score 9-4. 9 runs for New Britain on 9 hits. They made 1 error. Norwich out hits the New Britain Bees 11 hits, just 4 runs. And Norwich committed 2 errors on defense. Tonight's SureBrite Commercial Cleaning Services cleanup moment of the game. It was in the bottom of the 4th inning. Jake Reisdorf with the bases clearing triple. It really spelled the end of the night for Norwich. They came against reliever Gio Conti here today. That was back in the 4th inning. Gio, just, you feel for him. He entered a real dark spot in this game. It was a real bleak situation. The bases were loaded and nobody was out. Gio is charged with no earned runs in the outing, in the inning that he worked. But he would tell you he really would have liked a different outcome for himself. Norwich also made a couple of errors in this game. The one at short, the hit batter as well. The play at the plate that inning on the soft little dribbler. You look back at that inning, and when you digest the inning, not a lot of loud contact. The only real barrel of the inning was the triple. It ended up being a triple. Jack Byrne was caught in between. He ended up deciding to make the dive in an effort to try and save some runs. Unfortunately, did not pan out. It rolled behind him, and it cleared the bases in what was a 7-run 4th inning. It changed the complexion of the ball game. Norwich threatened in the 8th inning. Sea Unicorns striking for 3 runs against Connor Willett. Norwich had loaded the bases, but Zach Zajac needed all of 1 pitch to retire Ryan Thompson, and he effectively ended the Norwich threat, and he kept the Bees' lead intact, 9-4. Zach Zajac picks up the save. He works an inning in a third, 2 strikeouts for himself. For Zajac, the All-Star, it's his 4th save of the summer. ERA down to 2.54. The win goes to the newcomer, Matthew McDowell. He works a scoreless frame. He struck out a man. Brendan Grady suffers the loss. He allows 4 earned runs in 3 innings of work. 6 strikeouts to the 3 walks for the Trinity Bantam, Brendan Grady. Once again, final numbers here today. Norwich drops it. Final score 9-4. 4 runs on 11 hits. 3 errors officially for Norwich. And 9 runs on 9 hits. 1 error for the Bees. They take the victory. Total time of the game, 3 hours and 8 minutes. The win to Matthew McDowell. Brendan Grady suffers the loss. Zach Zajac picks up the save. We can't wait to see you here tomorrow night. Unity in the community as Norwich will send to the mound Matt Tabbitt out of Amherst College. A look at what is expected to be headed your way tomorrow night. An exciting opportunity for Matt Tabbitt, the right-hander out of Amherst, 5.74. The ERA for him this past spring at Amherst, 18 strikeouts to the 14 walks, 3-3, the record for him. Matt Tabbitt expected to toe the rubber tomorrow night for Norwich as the Sea Unicorns will face off with the first place Worcester Bravehearts. Here's a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here on this Thursday, July 17th. In the top of the 8th inning, the Westfield Starfires have battled back, and they've taken the lead 8-7 over the Vermont Lake Monsters. Worcester Bravehearts pound out 10 runs, and they win a lopsided one, 10-2 over the Nashua Silver Knights. Worcester, the first to 32 wins in the Futures League. Norwich suffers the loss. They're defeated 9-4. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Pre-game coverage kicks off at 6:10 local time. It's Friday Night Baseball at Dodd Stadium. For all of us with the Norwich Sea Unicorns, and on behalf of everyone on SNSN, I'm Adam Plager saying so long and good night.